Mike, Mike, Mike. Now, even though I'm slightly upset at Giannis, we are still live with Warriors versus Bucks here tonight. Should still be a pretty decent game, but obviously I'm extremely upset at Giannis. So, without further ado, let's start the show. We better sound the alarm for a multitude of reasons. Number one, oh wow. Why's my hat? Why's my hat a little translucent? It's yellow. It's yellow. Okay, well, first of all, couple things. We're gonna have to switch the hat at some point, but a couple things, real quick. Real quick. Let's get to some Mitchell Robinson. Let's get some Knicks news. Get Knicks news up out of the way. Mitchell Robinson and Deuce McBride both practice with the team today. The Knicks play Chicago tomorrow in an NBA Cup game, Big Rud. I know you see, but let me tell you something. We're coming correct to the undefeated Eastern Conference, #1 ranked team in the Eastern Conference. We're respecting you, Big Rud. We got respect for the Chicago Bulls around here. So we will be coming correct. Mitchell Robinson is listed as questionable, but Ian Begley had a report where he said he's probably going to play. Not 100% game time decision. He's going to be listed as questionable. They'll let him know before the game how he's feeling and whether or not he's going to be 100% ready to go. And Deuce McBride will absolutely 100% play. He's back with the team after being away for personal time. So Deuce McBride will be ready to go. And Gershon Yabusele, who missed the last game with a knee sprain, is questionable. So tomorrow may be the first time we see this team 100% healthy, ready to go with their full lineup. Now, Mitchell Robinson may be on a minutes restriction right now, but for the most part, we will have our full rotation of players. Fully stacked, ready to go, full 10-man rotation on deck. Here we go. And can't wait. Can't wait for tomorrow now. Now I'm excited. Now I'm excited again. We don't have to ring the worry bell. Now we could ring the excitement bell, right? So here we go. Big Red said, we watch those every year, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just that said, we can NB buffet the Spurs game. True. True. We will be keeping an eye on every game. I'm so upset Giannis is not playing. How could he do that to us? The 3-1 start. They're going up against the 4-1 Warriors. This is a nice big game for Giannis and the Bucks, right? I almost said the Spurs and the Bucks. But also, Heat versus Spurs is going to be a good game. The last time we watched Heat versus... Also, why are my pants? They're yellow. I guess yellow is on the green spectrum, but my pants, my legs are translucent. My head is translucent. What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm going to rock with it. It is what it is. It's a good thing we tried it out. I'm not going to go change. The show has already started. I'm not going to do a wardrobe change in the middle of this. What I might have to do is adjust the color balance of the green screen. Who would have thought? Who would have thought yellow was on the yellow spectrum? Who would have thought about that? Not me. I'll tell you that. Either way, at least the tie is fine, right? At least the tie's working. Kind of. It's a little see-through. No, not really. Not really. We're good. We're good. Okay. Well, Heat versus Spurs should also be a pretty good game here today. The last time we watched Heat versus Spurs, we actually watched this exact matchup during the preseason, and it was the worst Victor Wembanyama game I've ever watched. So I must be a jinx. I put it in the chat. I must be a jinx. I'm jinxing the teams we're watching because I finally tuned into a Victor Wembanyama game in the preseason after he was going crazy in the preseason, and he had a horrific game. And then tonight we're tuning into Warriors Bucks, and Giannis is out. The other night we tuned in to Dallas versus Indiana. Matherin's out. Toppin is out. Anthony Davis leaves after 7 minutes. It's got to be me. We're obviously Knicks fans. We start the year, no Mitchell Robinson. Deuce McBride goes out. Gershon Yabusele gets hurt. I have to be the jinx, y'all. I got to apologize. I might just have to retire. You might have to retire these. I don't know what to tell you. It's over. It's over. I don't know what I'm doing to the league, but I'm jinxing every team we come across. Anyway, the game will go on whether Giannis plays or not. So let's run through it. We got Steph Curry. The context to Steph Curry is Steph. What you need to know about Steph? He's going to shoot the lights out of the ball. Hopefully he has a bad shoot. If you're the opponent, you're hoping he just has a bad shooting game. But last season's at 24.5. These are like damn near career averages. We know who Steph Curry is. Hall of Fame, best shooter to ever exist. Almost 40% from three, over 93% from the foul line. This man does not miss. 44 and almost 45% from the field. Like this, he's fine. He's fine. Jessica Larson, what's up, Jess? Spurs are so deep, especially at the guard position. Yeah, and they don't have De'Aaron Fox yet, right, Jess? And they still don't have Fox. It's crazy the depth the Spurs have actually built through the draft. And then they traded for Fox, right? So they built depth through the draft, even drafting Dylan Harper this past draft with the number 2 pick. And he looks great. He looks fantastic. And they traded for De'Aaron Fox last year. So they're built to go. They're built to go. It's going to be interesting to watch the Spurs defense go up against this Heat offense because the Heat are the best offense in the league right now. It's insane. But we have Steph Curry. Like I said, what do you want me to say about Steph? We know what Steph is going to do. Just like Jalen Brunson went off a little bit against the Bucks, Steph Curry is going to go off a little bit against the Bucks here tonight. They don't really have great guard depth to begin with. Ryan Rollins is off to a great start offensively, but not known as a defensive guy. Steph Curry should be able to get whatever he wants against this defense. They'll likely have maybe AJ Green chasing him around, but other than that, Steph Curry's he's gonna be able to do Steph Curry things here tonight. So it should be a special performance from Big Steph. We get over to, is it Draymond next? It is Jimmy Butler. I always forget Jimmy Butler's on this team. Jimmy Butler, he's going to do Jimmy Butler things, right? Jimmy is getting old, though. He is getting old. But Jimmy Butler, last season, obviously half the year with the Heat, was a bit grumpy, kind of made it known in his own special Jimmy Butler way that he wanted out. Ends up in Golden State, a fantastic fit for him. 17.5 points per game, 5.4 rebounds, 5.4 assists. Jimmy Butler's a do-it-all star. He's going to continue to do it all. He's gotten off to a fantastic start so far this year. Was playing through injury to end last season, especially in the playoffs where he fell on his butt. D. Grant, what's up, D. Grant? Robin Shaw, what's up, Robin? Nice hard hat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are sounding the alarm here today for a couple of reasons. Number one, Giannis is out. But number two, the Knicks are getting Mitchell Robinson and Deuce McBride back and Gershon Yabusele. Let's not underrate Big Gersh down there. They will be getting all three of those guys, likely, not 100% right now. They will be getting Deuce McBride. They'll probably be getting Gershon Yabusele. And they'll likely get Mitchell Robinson, although that one is a little bit more up in the air. But he's listed as questionable. But I also think, I also read that it's probably going to come down to a game time decision whether or not Mitch plays tonight. So there's that. Big Red said Jimmy increased the team's overall free throw shooting since he joined the Warriors, because that's what Jimmy does. Jimmy is just fantastic at getting to the foul line, utilizing his opponent's leverage against them, pump faking, putting them off balance, leaning into them, drawing fouls, and he's big, and he's strong, and he's athletic. He's able to power through contact and get multiple and one. So Jimmy Butler he's still Jimmy Butler, and getting to play off of the gravity of Steph Curry and the playmaking of Draymond and all of the things that the Warriors bring. Slots right in, probably better than I think we all anticipated, or maybe it was just me and I anticipated, but Jimmy fits right in. He fits right in, even though he's not a three-point shooter. He does have the ability to draw double teams and drive to the rim and create three-point shots for other people. So it still fits. And he's a fantastic passer and a great decision maker. So, right, low turnovers for Jimmy Butler. Only 1.3. My man does not really turn it over. He's a good decision maker. All those years spent with Tom Thibodeau emphasizing don't turn the ball over, really worked out for Jimmy. He does not turn the ball over. Incredibly smart basketball player. D. Grant said Jimmy should have stayed in Miami. I don't know, man. It's kind of working out in Golden State for him. And he seems pretty happy there, although Jimmy always seems pretty happy to begin with. Speaking of somebody being happy he gets to play along all-time great Hall of Famer to make his career, Draymond Green, 6'6", power forward center out of Michigan, although maybe also / point guard for this team as well, according to a couple of people. 9 points, 6.1 rebounds, 5.6 assists, the 2.6 turnovers. He's the hub for this team. A lot of the offense runs through Draymond when he has the ball in his hands. The offense is centered around Steph, but the offense is going to run through Draymond as he looks to set up Steph Curry. Steph Curry's working his way around the perimeter, working his way around a bunch of screens, also utilizing his roll gravity as a playmaker. Somehow he still has roll gravity. Even though he does not shoot it well from the field, does not shoot it well from three-point range, isn't a very good free throw shooter, what the hell is Draymond pretty good at? I mean, he's still a very versatile defender, still incredibly, he can still dominate games defensively, and, still can do it all a little bit. The rebounding is way down for his career. The points are down. The assists are slightly down. Actually, they're about the same. But yeah, that is Draymond, even though he's a little bit older, like Jimmy. Age is starting to catch up to him. You can see the gray in his beard. That is not artificial. My man is getting old, right? He's getting old. So you get to the youth of the Warriors, starting with Brandon Podziemski. Big Pods. Pods over here, 12 points per game last year, 5.1 rebounds, 2.4 assists. This is his third year, I believe, correct? Brandon Podziemski can do a little bit of everything, and that's why they like him so much. 37.2% from three-point range, 44.5% from the field, 75% from the foul line last season. Pods is great to slot next to Steph Curry in the backcourt. Number one, pretty decent ball handler, can take some of the pressure off of Steph so he doesn't have to do majority of the ball handling. Good attacker of the rim, can knock down an open three, and is a very willing and creative passer, is a very connective player as well, good intuitive cutter, and fits the Warriors system very nicely, which is why he got minutes coming out as a rookie from Santa Clara. You get over to Buddy Hield, and we know Buddy Hield. We know what Buddy Hield can do. If he's got it going, good luck that night. If he doesn't have it going, it's going to be a very easy night for you. Because Buddy Hield will not stop chucking threes. That's what he does best. He knows that's what he's getting paid for. He knows what he's going to do. He's going to get them three-point shots up. You will for sure get those three-point shots up. You will not stop him from putting up threes. Whether he's contested or not, whether he's open or not, whether he's 35 feet from the basket or 27 feet from the basket, my man is getting those three-point shots up. The volume will always be there for Buddy Hield, which is part of the reason why he has kind of been the perfect fit down there with Golden State. One, play a little bit faster with Steph Curry. The gravity, he's no longer the best shooter on the team. He's playing alongside Steph Curry. Normally on a team, Buddy Hield is the best, most dangerous shooter on the court, and with playing alongside Steph Curry, defenses can get lost in the shuffle a little bit, and he ends up with the open looks that Klay Thompson used to end up with. Now, obviously not the shooter and player that Klay Thompson was, but he does slot into that role very nicely. Golden State has been looking for a Klay Thompson replacement, and they have it in Buddy Hield. Obviously not the player that Klay Thompson was, not the threat that Klay Thompson was, but does fill in nicely as the secondary shooter alongside Steph Curry, who you have to pay attention to. Or else he could beat you by himself. Quentin Post. Quentin Post is the stretch five that Golden State never really had. Obviously, Draymond is the famous stretch five for the Warriors, but Quentin Post is a legitimate 7-foot tall three-point shooting big, something that they never really had, even though he's not much of a rim protector, not much of a rebounder. But my man will spread it out to three-point range. He's a pretty good player, has gotten better so far here in his second year, now fully a part of the rotation versus last year, kind of spot rotation minutes here and there before fully entering the rotation as the season went on. Now, in his second year, fully a part of the rotation, knowing what his role is, knowing where his shots are going to be coming from. He's gotten off to another good start so far as the Warriors are off to a 4-1 start. Moses Moody, the former draft pick, number 7 overall pick, alongside James Wiseman, who just was released by the Pacers. In the same draft as Wiseman, Moses Moody was the 7th overall pick, and despite a couple of years of languishing on the bench, Moses Moody has finally fully entered the rotation for the Golden State Warriors. And he's taken it and hasn't necessarily ran away with it. The numbers don't really back up a guy who has solidified his spot in the rotation. But, the things that were advertised for Moses Moody, 3-and-D, 37.4 points per game, only 43% from the field. So he's not really doing much creation, not doing too much inside the three-point arc. He's really just a spot-up shooter at this point in his career. Can slightly attack a closeout, but really just a catch-and-shoot threat guy, which is still solid. But he's a big, long defender, 6'5", long arms, pretty decent playmaker, 0.8 steals off ball, able to get his team out in transition, but 10 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, 1.3 assists. Like I said, you're not getting too much outside of the stretch shooting from Moses Moody, but that might just be enough for this Warriors team. Having him out there with Steph, having him out there with Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler, a lot of those guys take up more of the attention, and so Buddy Hield has those opportunities to shine brightly in soft spots against defense. Get over to Gary Payton II. Gary Payton, I don't know why you're the second. Shouldn't you just be junior? How are you the second? I want to be a second. I'm a junior. Should I just say I'm a second? Gary Payton II / Gary Payton Jr. How do you decide that? Is that a legality thing? Can you put that in your birth certificate instead of junior? Can you just put the second? Because that's kind of fire. I kind of want to do that. But Gary Payton II, you will not see his impact here on the traditional statistics side, right? These are simply just very basic counting stats: points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, turnovers. You guys can see it. And the field goal percentages and the shooting percentages, obviously, you will not see Gary Payton's impact reflected here. Gary Payton is a defender, not much of an offensive player, though he's a pretty good cutter. Doug Fresh, what's up, Doug? Gary Payton, not much of an offensive player outside of occasional cuts. He'll try to shoot some spot-up threes. He shot it at 32% from three-point range, so he's not a good shooter. Defenses will gladly leave him open and dare him to shoot and say, go ahead, Gary Payton, you want to try and beat us from three-point range tonight? We're going to guard everybody else but you, right? Kind of the Josh Hart of this team, the wild card for the Warriors. If he's got it defensively, he can definitely turn the tide of the game, especially playing alongside a versatile defender like Draymond. The two of those guys can start to wreak havoc, and now also the addition of Jimmy Butler can really make the Warriors defense kind of crazy. They could put a defensive lineup out there that could be extremely disruptive. You got Pods you could throw out there. You got Moody you could throw out there. So they got size, they got versatility all over the place. So Gary Payton II does fill a very necessary need for point-of-attack defense here for the Golden State Warriors. There's just a lot that detracts from the rest of his game, which is probably that the Warriors can hide as well with with Steph Curry in the backcourt alongside him and all the other things that they have with Jimmy Butler now, Draymond doing a lot of the playmaking, doesn't have to do any of the ball handling. So he fills a role at the point of attack defense for the Warriors, but doesn't really give them much of anything else. Might not have to, right? In spot minutes where it's really important to have point of attack defense, Gary Payton II, I almost said junior, Gary Payton II steps in and provides that for them. So now we get to the Milwaukee Bucks, and I'm mad, and I'm angry, and I'm upset at the Bucks. And it's probably not for the reason that you guys think. As a Knicks fan, I should probably be angry and upset at the Bucks for beating my Knicks the other night. But what I'm really angry about is that Giannis just decided to sit today. So Giannis was probable this morning, and I thought, cool, that's fine. He's probable. Listed as probable mean you're going to play. You're probably going to play, right? But obviously there's a doubt, or else you wouldn't have been listed on the injury report to begin with. So Giannis was listed as probable and now has just officially been listed as out. So Giannis will not be playing tonight with knee soreness. Unfortunately, this was supposed to be lined up to be a fantastic matchup here tonight on NBA TV. And so instead, I don't even want to talk about Giannis and how fantastic he's been so far to start the year. I was about to glaze this man up. So instead, we're going to move right along. And what I should have did was I should have just replaced Giannis Antetokounmpo with Ryan Rollins, because that's who we're going to get to watch here tonight. We're going to get to watch Ryan Rollins go up against Steph Curry. That's the show. So we get to Miles Turner, the big offseason acquisition. He's still adjusting to his time here with Milwaukee Bucks. He did just recently have a podcast go viral, especially among Pacers Twitter. A couple of people I follow, obviously, because the Knicks and Pacers have so far had a pretty storied rivalry, if you could even call it that. The Pacers are 2-0 and the Knicks in the playoffs so far here during the 2020s. But Miles Turner jump ship from the Indiana Pacers here to the Milwaukee Bucks. We know what Miles Turner is capable of. Was alongside the ride to the NBA Finals with the Indiana Pacers, and recently had a podcast clip go viral of him trashing the Pacers organization and his former teammate, superstar player Tyrese Halliburton. Boy, oh boy, did he set Twitter ablaze by going at Tyrese Halliburton, calling him a fake tough guy. Now, it is a known secret that Tyrese Halliburton has been considered by many to be a bit of a front runner, but, recently during that recent finals run, backed up his trash talk all these years and finally went the distance. Now, he didn't get all the way to the finish line, but he went the distance, got all the way to the final game before, obviously, his body unfortunately gave out on himself. I tip my cap to Tyrese Halliburton. Now, listen, he shut me up, right? I had nothing but jokes for Tyrese Halliburton, and now he shut me up. As a Knicks fan, I got nothing to say. That man showed up when it mattered most, and he got his team to the finals. But Miles Turner had some other choice words for him. Called him a fake tough guy, called the Indiana Pacers a bit, and in no short term, basically called them backstabbers and liars, right? So he told the story about how the Pacers organization was telling them all season long that they're going to go into luxury tax. They're going to keep them along. They're going to keep the core together. The longest tenured Pacer, Miles Turner. We're going to keep you along. We're going to go into luxury tax. We're going to pay you everything you're worth, big dog. Don't worry about it. Halliburton gets hurt in the finals. Obviously, the direction of the Pacers shift. And then all of a sudden, they're like, I don't think we're going to pay you, Miles. So he was kind of left holding the bag a little bit and decided, you know what? I don't want to be here then. You want to lie to me? I'm out. Which I respect, but at the same time, I don't know if you phrase it the way you phrased it on your way out, you know? Maybe you should have kept that relationship alive and just said, hey, man, they kind of lied to me. I get circumstances changed, but it's not like we're out of it. We just take a year hiatus. You pay me, and then we're back to being a finals championship contending team. Why leave it? You know, he could have phrased it that way, but instead he didn't. Now, enough talking about the past. Miles Turner of the present is, like I said, still trying to find his place here with the Bucks. The numbers are all down across the board here with the Bucks. Tonight should be up. He did also in that same interview, he talked about how he's trying to find his spot here with the Bucks in terms of when to shoot, when not to shoot, what's a good shot, what's not a good shot when playing alongside Giannis. There were multiple times where Giannis came over to him and was like, brother, you need to just shoot these shots. I can't be doing everything. You got a wide open three. If you feel like you can knock it down, go ahead and knock it down because we know what you're capable of. So needs to be told a little bit to shoot the ball more. And so without Giannis tonight, we'll see what Miles Turner looks like for the first time here in the regular season as Giannis misses his first game. We get over to Kyle Kuzma, who is now coming off the bench for the Milwaukee Bucks. He is no longer really a starter in the NBA. Proved that last season so far, playing pretty decently off the bench. Bit of a hit or miss for Kyle Kuzma. Some nights he looks pretty good. Some nights he looks terrible. Some nights he looks like Kyle Kuzma, or better or worse, right? So last season, bit of a tumultuous season from him. 30% from three-point range, 63% from the foul line, which is not a good indication of where his shot is currently going. 43% from the field, 15 points per game, coming off of playing with the miserable Wizards that they were last year. Kyle Kuzma needs to get back on track. There's still a really good player in there somewhere if the Bucks can find it before the season ends, because he will now be coming off the bench as the sub, as they're going to just lean fully into the three-point shooting of A.J. Green and Gary Trent Jr. And now, Ryan Rollins. Now you get to who's probably one of the more important players on this team, A.J. Green. A.J. Green is lighting it up from three-point range this season. Don't let this man get open. This man is the newest marksman here in the NBA. Susan, what's up, Susan? Here's the newest marksman here in the NBA. Don't be fooled by the funky-looking jump shot. This man, you give him any airspace, he's knocking it down. He did not score in the first half against the Knicks, came out in the third quarter, knocked down 3 threes, brought the Bucks right back, and then Giannis took them home. So he is a huge part of what the Bucks are doing, creates the space for Giannis, can't help off of him. You got Gary Trent Jr. on the other side, who I believe is next year. No, we got Bobby Portis. You got Gary Trent Jr. over on the other side, who we will get to. And now, all of a sudden, you can't leave anybody because you got three-point marksmen all over the court, and you got Giannis going full head of steam downhill at your probably going to be undersized defender guarding him. But obviously, we don't have Giannis tonight, so we'll see how those guys are going to be able to perform without him. We get over to Bobby Portis, who will likely start in place of Giannis, who tends to start in place of Giannis when Giannis misses games. Bobby Portis, 14 points per game at one point, was considered one of the better six men in the league. Still fine, still good, Bobby Portis, but not the player he once was as time catches up with him. Kind of relegated to more of a perimeter player. Can't remember the last time Bobby Portis got a layup. Right? But can knock down a three, can play a little bit out of the mid-post, can play a little bit out of the low post when playing against the good matchups. But Bobby Portis is just going to be solid. He's going to be solid. Susan, no Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight, Susan. So I think I'm the jinx, Susan. I think I'm the jinx, unfortunately. Every time I tune into a game, players are either go out injured or are ruled out because of some mysterious injury that they weren't ruled out for earlier in the day. But we do have good news, Susan. Mitchell Robinson practiced today, so there's a chance he's going to play tomorrow, is how I'll phrase it. There's a chance he's going to play tomorrow. It's probably going to come down to be a game-time decision for Giannis. Giannis is out. It's going to be a game-time decision for Mitchell Robinson tomorrow. Deuce McBride is back. He will play. And Gershon Yabusele is probable to play tomorrow. I know, Susan. It's my fault. It's really my fault. I jinxed him. I jinxed them. I thought this was going to be an incredible game. We're going to come in together. We're going to watch a beautiful Warriors versus Bucks game. It's going to be great. These two teams, the matchup is incredible. You got the perimeter game of Steph Curry going up against the paint dominance of Giannis. You got Draymond Green trying to guard him. You got Butler there. Jonathan Kuminga, part of the rotation, who I have to make a graphic for the Warriors because I did not think he was going to be part of the rotation. Also, I did not think he was going to be a part of the roster. I did not think Kuminga was going to end up being a part of this roster. No, Kyle Kuzma gets the start for Giannis. No, Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma is going to get the start. Interesting. Speaking of Bobby Portis, like we said, we know what he is capable of. He's the energizer for this team. So still the sixth man, but the energizer for this team. So he comes in, he gets the crowd involved. He gets the crowd going crazy. Where is this game? This game is in Milwaukee, so the Warriors on the road. We'll see how they handle the road Milwaukee fans here tonight. Get over to Gary Trent Jr. We mentioned him earlier when we talked about A.J. Green, but we know what his role is. We know what he's looking to do. He's looking to get three-point shots up. 41.6% from three-point range last year. You have him on one side. You got A.J. Green on the other side. Good luck helping off of them when Giannis is playing. But we'll see how he plays tonight. He's going to be a lot more on ball. He's going to have to be more of a creator here tonight. Looking to score, looking for his own shot, creating his own shot with no Giannis out there to create shots for him. So it's going to be an interesting game from him, A.J. Green, and Ryan Rollins, who no longer have the gravity of Giannis to play off of, but still think those three guys are capable of getting it done even without him. You get Cole Anthony, who's coming off the bench as the guard this season, with Ryan Rollins kind of fully taking the starting spot, the starting point guard spot. I did not expect to see that, but Cole Anthony will be coming off the bench for him, backing him up as more of a veteran guard. At one point, like Bobby Portis, was considered one of the better six men in the league, even if it was for maybe only a season or two. But Cole Anthony is definitely a bucket getter off the bench, still trying to find his way after the Orlando exit. Has not been a smooth ride for him for sure, but we know it's in there somewhere for Cole Anthony where he can get buckets, he can get hot in a hurry, and definitely win you a quarter all by himself. I don't know if he can win you a game by himself, but he can definitely win you a quarter and kind of buy you some time even without a star. So maybe a guy like Cole Anthony is the guy to look out for who's going to step up for tonight. You get over to Kevin Porter Jr., who I think is normally the starting point guard, but he's out with injury, so no need to spend too much time on him. And honestly, I think I like this team a lot better even without Kevin Porter Jr. attached to it right now. And that's going to wrap up our little pre-game discussion here as we go over Warriors versus Bucks. We are, about 5 minutes or so away from tip-off. We do have a game that has already tipped off here. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? Unfortunately, Yak, no Giannis. I have to be a curse, Yak. I have to be a curse. Although I do have good Knicks news. The game that is tipped off is Magic Hornets. So last night we had the poll going, and so our three options were for Magic Hornets, which is already tipped off, and the Magic are beating them by 13. It was Warriors Bucks, which seemed like the best game to me, and then you had Heat Spurs as the 8:30, the latest game to start here tonight. And while that one was close, because of Wemby watch, we ultimately landed on Warriors Bucks, and now I'm upset. Now I'm upset at Giannis for taking the night off. He is out with knee soreness, so legitimate injury, but could definitely play through it if he had to. Which, means he's taking the night off. Taking the night off because of injury, but taking the night off nonetheless. So real quick, we can go over what's going on so far here in this Magic Hornets game. You guys can't see, but now you should be able to see it much better here. Where to go? We can see it much better here. Franz is leading the way. Paolo's still struggling a little bit. He's 3 for 6 from the field. It's not struggling too much. He also has 6 rebounds, 8 assists, a steal, no turnovers. So actually, Paolo seems to be playing pretty good. Yak said, not much, waiting for tomorrow to get the bad taste out of our mouth. I do have good news about tomorrow, Nick Yak. I do have good news about tomorrow. Mitchell Robinson, full participant in practice today. So that's obviously a good sign, right? He is questionable going into tomorrow, but I also read from Begley that he will ultimately be a game-time decision. It's going to be very interesting to see if we can finally get our full rotation of players, as Deuce McBride is also back with the team. He was a full participant in practice. He will play tomorrow, no doubts about it. And then also, Gershon Yabusele, who missed the last game with a knee sprain, is probable for tomorrow. So everything kind of lining up for a big NBA Cup Emirates Championship mid-season tournament, the full name, all of the titles, game against the Chicago Bulls tomorrow for the New York Knicks. So it's going to be a fun game tomorrow at least. At least we're definitely going to get a fun game tomorrow. Tonight, not so sure. Last night ended up being a close game, but it was a bit of a foul fest. We're not going to lie. But hopefully this game is close. Hopefully this game is interesting. I don't know. If the Warriors start to run away with it, maybe we end the night a little early here tonight. 2 games in a row without the Knicks, and also both games missing key players is a pretty rough stretch there. I'm not going to lie. So hopefully we get a good game here tonight. The Magic are up 16 here. Student said, who do we play tomorrow? We play the #1 team in the Eastern Conference, the Chicago Bulls, as we all expected. The Chicago Bulls were going to be the #1 team in the conference. As for the Charlotte Hornets, LaMelo with 11.6 assists. Zion James in the starting lineup. They really like this kid, Zion James. Okay. Con Knipple, only 3 points. Ryan Kalkbrenner, is he just the starter now? 13 points for him. 4 boards, steal and a block. Impactful. Colin Sexton, Trey Mann, off the bench, both with 7. Even Liam McNeely getting some playing time there. Student said, won't be on top after tomorrow night. The Knicks are breaking the winning streak. Hopefully, man. Need a good win. Can go down in a 3-game losing streak. The timeline will erupt. It's also a back-to-back situation for the Knicks as well, as they play the Chicago Bulls twice in a row. They play them Friday, and then they play them Saturday. It will be on the road tomorrow in Chicago. And then Sunday, it'll be at 7 o'clock in the Garden. We finally go back home. So we played our whole preseason was in the Garden at home because we had the Saudi Arabia game. So we got to play all our preseason games at home after that Saudi Arabia trip. And then we got our first 2 games were at home in Madison Square Garden for NBA opening week, so we can showcase the Garden to NBA fans. And then we had 2 games on the road, and now we're going to have 3 games on the road in a row here. Hopefully we don't go 0-3 on the road to start the season. And then we will be finally heading back to Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena. Tomorrow's game is going to be at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock start time. Is it a national TV game? It is not a national TV game. Are there any national? Yes. Prime video game is Celtics 76ers. Interesting. 76ers just beat the Celtics, didn't they? Maxey's averaging a ridiculous 37.5 points per game and 8.2 assists. That's awesome. Shout out to him. I always liked Maxey. Unfortunately, he has to be wearing a Sixers jersey. The other prime game is there only one prime game tomorrow? How does that make sense? No, there's 2. Lakers Grizzlies is the other prime game tomorrow. Not sure how much fun that game is going to be. Although we can continue to watch the rise of Austin Reeves. 34.2 points per game for him with 10 assists. My goodness, Austin Reeves. What has gotten into this guy? I mean, this has gone beyond being an awesome basketball player. He's a legitimate star. He's going to be an all-star. Obviously, the numbers will come down as Luka and then eventually LeBron come back, but he's going to be an all-star. You don't get to these numbers. I know it's 4 games to the year, but you don't get to these numbers and not be an all-star. I hate that my hat is translucent. I'm going to have to spray paint it blue or something, or red. Red. Might spray paint it red. Susan said Austin Reeves is better than Luka. Calm it down, Susan. Calm it down. Do I have to show you what Luka was averaging before he went out with the injury? It is not particularly close. Luka is that guy. Not downplay Luka. Lift up Austin Reeves. We're getting ready for the start for the tip here. Jay Hammer, what's up, Jay Hammer? Luka was averaging 46 points in the 2 games he played before he went out with injury. 46 points, 11.5 rebounds, and half assists. Is not particularly close. Anyway, here we go. Pacers Nation, what's up, Pacers Nation? Here we go. Off with the tip. The Warriors have it up top. The Bucks have it up top. Ryan Rollins out to Kuzma. Kuzma over to Green. Green over to Gary Trent. Trent back to Kuzma. Gets knocked out of bounds by Draymond Green. So he said, I'm not a Luka fan, period. You don't have to be a Luka fan. I recognize the greatness. Green, AJ Green, I'm going to have to say the first names of the 2 Greens out there. AJ Green gets it into Ryan Rollins, and nice high step through the lane. Gets the lefty layup to go over Kuminga. All right, I'm going to need a generational Ryan Rollins game here tonight. Steph Curry up top, coming to his right off of Kuminga screen. Gets it out to Green. They're going to dare him to shoot, and he makes him pay, knocking down his first 3 of the night. Rollins gets it over to Kuzma. Kuzma gets it over to Turner. Turner being guarded by Quentin Post, who's getting the start tonight. Out to Ryan Rollins, a 3. Ryan Rollins, 5 early points for him. Uh-oh. Ryan Rollins might be in for a huge night tonight. Steph Curry gets to the lane, sprays it out to Quentin Post. He can't get it to go. Turner with the rebound over to Rollins. Hit ahead to Kuzma. Kuzma attacking Post in transition. Leans in. Draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. And the Bucks are off and running here. I like it. I'm rooting for the Bucks tonight. Tonight I'm a Bucks fan. I'm rooting for the East. I'm rooting for Ryan Rollins, who I liked coming out of the draft. I didn't think he was going to be this. I'll tell you that. Thought he was going to be a solid backup guard. And he's looking like a legit starting guard right now. Kuzma misses a free throw. You can't be missing free throws, Kuzma. Come on. Can't be missing free throws. Can't do it. You can't do it. You want to win basketball games, you can't miss free throws. We know this. Kuzma at the foul line. Knocks down the free throw. At least he split him. Got 1. Under 11 minutes to go. 1 minute into the game. 6-3 already. A fast-paced game. Ryan Rollins getting off to a fast start. They get it over to Butler, being guarded by Kuzma. That's not a good matchup, obviously, for the Bucks. Butler driving it down. Reverse layup. Can't get it to go. He's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it, but Kuzma sneaks in for the offensive rebound. They kick it out to Kuzma. They kick it out to Kuminga. They swing it around. Curry, a right corner 3. Kuzma right there. In and out halfway down, but he can't get it to stay. Post has it. Puts it down on the floor. AJ Green dives on it. Over to Rollins. Hit ahead to Kuzma. Kuzma driving it in on Green. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. A lot of contact. No foul call. Looked a lot like the Jimmy Butler drive. They're allowing him to play so far here tonight. Kuminga inside the Butler. Butler with the easy layup as he snuck behind the defense as he tends to do. Good delivery from Kuminga there. Didn't look to force it. Here comes Ryan Rollins bringing it down. He has it up top. Get it over to Miles Turner. Turner hands it off to Kuzma. Kuzma over to Rollins. Rollins coming to his right. Has it on the right wing. Dancing with it. Quick crossover to his left. Spins back to his right. Now back up top to AJ Green. Now over to Turner. Turner on the right wing. Coming to his left. Kuminga stunts out. Switching on to Turner now. They got to chuck it up with the shot clock winding down. Airballs it. Curry with the rebound. Nope. It's a shot clock violation. Nobody with the rebound. Ball's going to go to the Warriors here. Side out of bounds. But you got to get the ball in Ryan Rollins' hands and run some pick and roll. Warriors did an excellent job of keeping it out of his hands. Student said, have to cover a Jazz game? The only way I'll cover a Jazz game is if the Knicks are playing them. Or that maybe they're playing Wemby or something like that. And a foul out on the perimeter. Ryan Rollins fouls Steph Curry. Ball on the floor. Pacers Nation and WWE Superfan. What's up, Pacers Nation? We did not just come this far to break down and lose now. I'm a winner. I'm going to win. Long season Pacers will come back somehow. While in the meantime, I'm going to focus on WWE in the Colts game. It wasn't a foul. It was a defensive 3 seconds for the Bucks. So a free point for the Warriors. They knocked down the technical free throw, the team technical free throw. Curry knocks it down. Of course he does. 93.3% free throw shooter last year. They get it into Curry. Curry up top. Coming to his left off the green screen. Inside the green. Green driving it down. Kicks it out the post. Post the right corner 3. Well short. Long rebound. Turner knocks it over to Gary Trent. Trent bringing it down, putting his head down and attacking. Steps back out for a three as Post a little late to close out. Way off. Good contest from Post. Good recovery. Gary Trent chucks up an air ball there. Curry leaves it off for Kuminga. Kuminga has it on the right wing. He's got Turner guarding him. In and out dribble. Driving it down. Kicks it back out to Curry. Curry out. Driving it to his left against A.J. Green. Flips it up at the rim looking for a foul call. He does get the foul call. That's that superstar call right there. I didn't see a foul. But when you're Steph Curry and you put in the time that you put in and you've done the things that you've done, you get those calls. Did he get tripped up? Nah. It's a little superstar call right there. Deservedly so for Steph Curry, though. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Student said Utah looking interesting. They've always been able to look interesting, but they have been purposely tanking the last couple of years. Thankfully not rewarded. Curry knocks down both free throws because, of course, he does. Ryan Rollins bringing it down against Kuminga. They sprayed out A.J. Green, extra pass to Kuzma. You just got to shoot that A.J. Green. Don't allow Kuzma to shoot that as he comes up well short. That is a bad pass from A.J. Green. Even if you're slightly contested, that is a better chance your shot goes in than a wide open Kuzma three. Kuminga has it in the post against A.J. Green. Good defense from Green to stand them up. Forced him to kick it out the post. Green fakes the handoff, driving it down, kicks it out. Kuminga, right wing three wide open. He's been shooting it well this year, and he knocks down that three. 11-6 start for the Warriors here. Kuzma, over the top pass to Rollins. Pass fake, little fall away mid-range jumper. In and out, can't get it to stay. Green with the rebound. Draymond Green. Here comes Kuminga. Kuminga right side of the court, crossing over to his left. Calling for a screen from Butler. Coming to his right. Kuzma switched onto him. Now he gets to the Jimmy Butler, being guarded by A.J. Green. Butler faces up, coming to his left, out to Draymond Green for a three on the left wing. He hit one previously, misses that one. Kuzma with the rebound. Kuzma and Kuminga are going to mess me up all night long. Ryan Rollins bringing it down, inside out dribble, down the lane. Scoop layup, little scoop, draws the foul on Draymond, gets the righty hook shot to go down as he's driving it in. And one more free throw for Ryan Rollins. Continues to be excellent. He's got 7 points already so far tonight. Knocked down a three, now knocks down this and one layup. He can get to 8 points already. It's going to be a Ryan Rollins coming out party. Anybody who did not take notice of what he did to the New York Knicks, fantastic. Got to start paying attention to Ryan Rollins. He's going to legitimately take this starting point guard spot and be like a good point guard. Not just filling in the role. But he does miss a free throw. You can't be missing free throws, Ryan Rollins. Kuminga gets it over to Curry. Curry has it up top, coming to his right. Off a Draymond Green screen, loses the handle. Green able to pick it up, shovels it back over to Curry, launches the three, can't get it to go. Curry mad at himself as he runs down off the missed three. Gary Trent Jr. bringing it down the other way, has it on the right wing, coming to his left, crosses over, steps back, settles for the three over Quentin Post. Another bad shot for Gary Trent Jr. there, his second of the game. They get it over to Curry, inside pass to Kuminga. Kuminga sprays it out the post, up top to Draymond, back over to Curry. Curry coming to his left, and Kuzma runs right over Draymond Green. Just not even close, just bulldozes him to the floor. Okay. Moses Moody's coming in for Jimmy Butler. Podziemski is also checked back in. Gets it over to Steph Curry, loses the handle. A.J. Green driving it down now, right into Podziemski, and they got A.J. Green with a charge. All going back the other way. 7:03 to go here. And Doc Rivers is going to use his challenge here. First quarter charge call? I don't know about this one. Y'all. Early challenge for Doc Rivers on a block charge call. I don't think that's a charge either. Although maybe. We'll see. We will see. Magic still holding that 13-point lead. Let's do this. Let's make sure this is here. My bad, Joe, my bad. Make sure this is here. Not Wednesday. It's Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday, end of the week, thank goodness. Christopher Baskerville, what's up, Chris? Happy to see you, my brother. Happy to see you. Warriors are taking on the Bucks here tonight. Minus Giannis, unfortunately. Giannis taking the night off. Does have Halloween with his kids coming up, so there's that. Got to get a good night's sleep for Halloween with his kids tomorrow. I get it. I get it. But overall, this is the box score we wanted to go to real quick. The only other game on right now. We will also go around the league as the game goes on, and obviously more games will start. Not a full slate of games here tonight, though, I will say. Paolo with 9.6 boards, 9 assists. He's on triple-double watch. He's got that at halftime. Wow, all right. 9 assists at halftime for Paolo. That's more like it, Paolo. Been struggling so far this year, but that's more like it. Franz Wagner with 18 points at halftime. He's hooping. He's hooping. Still making his case for best player on the Magic, Franz Wagner. But everybody appears to be scoring here tonight. Desmond Bane, except him, 1 for 5 from the field, 0 for 1 from three-point range. Anthony Black is scoring, though. He's got 16 points. I think anybody going to the rim right now is scoring. Tristan DeSilva off the bench has 7. The Magic will figure it out despite starting the year 1-4. Not a great start to the year for the Orlando Magic, but here we are. As for the Charlotte Hornets, still relying a lot on LaMelo Ball. Still don't have Brandon Miller back. Where is Brandon Miller? What happened to him? Been overturned to a blocking foul. It was a bad call to begin with. Unfortunate that Doc Rivers had to use a challenge there, but hopefully he sends a message to the refs. Like, open up your eyes, guys. What are you doing? This isn't even close to a charge call. Chris Baskerville said, I call Alex R a great value Wemby. Not entirely wrong. Not entirely wrong for sure. So AJ Green is at the foul line, and he misses a free throw. You can't be missing free throws here. AJ, buddy, I was waxing poetic about you, my man. Come on, big dog. You can't be doing that to us. You can't be doing that to us. AJ doesn't at least knock down the second one. It's a 2-point game here, 11-9, 7 minutes to go. Time is flying by in this game, unlike the previous game we watched. Moody, who's in, has it up top being guarded by Gary Trent Jr. They get it out to Draymond. Draymond Green has it on the left wing. Dancing with it against Miles Turner. Now gets it over to Kuminga in the post, being guarded by Kuzma. Kuminga. Jab step, driving it down. Bad pass to Podziemski, trying to cut the baseline. Not a good cut from Podziemski, just clogged up the paint. And it forces the turnover. Here comes Ryan Rollins bringing it down the other way. Ryan Rollins has been the leading scorer and the star so far here for the Bucks in this first quarter. Coming to his left off a stagger screen. Cross-court pass over to Gary Trent Jr. Right wing 3. Gets fouled by Moses Moody. He's going to go to the foul line for 3 free throws. You're seeing a lot of 3-point fouls so far this year. I feel like we watch like 3 or 4 of them a night now. Right? We're watching basketball every night. I feel like we see 3 or 4 shooting fouls out for threes a night. Also, I don't think that's a foul personally. I personally don't think that's a foul. I think that's good defense for Moses Moody, personally. But they're trying to protect these shooters. They have no qualms with a guy attacking the rim and having a 7-foot dude fall all over them after they shoot the floater or anything like that, or they shoot a layup. But let a jump shooter have his fingertips touched, barely touched, and we're going to blow the whistle. Gary Trent Jr. knocks down all 3 of his free throws. Finally, somebody knocks down their free throws. Brandon Podziemski bringing it down against A.J. Green. They get it over to Draymond. Draymond on the right wing. Now over to Pods. Pods being guarded by A.J. Green in the right wing. They get it over to Curry. Beautiful pass inside to Draymond, who hits a cutting Kuminga for an easy dunk. The gravity of Steph Curry at work there. Beautiful decision-making from the Warriors all around. Ryan Rollins has it up top, driving it down in the lane, steps through, flips it up with the left hand. My goodness, the way he's sneaking past the defenders there. He split Jonathan Kuminga and Draymond Green there in the paint to get a lefty finish with a scoop off the glass as Podziemski just throws it out of bounds. This is not regular stuff we're seeing here from Ryan Rollins. This is legit like a young starter quality player in the making. Maybe not even in the making. He might be that already, but he might be a young star in the making. Ryan Rollins driving it down, kicks it out to Miles Turner, right corner three, splashes it, and here come the Bucks. Here come the Bucks. Speaking of here come the Bucks, timeout from the Warriors. They sense it too. They fully sense it too. Gotta call the timeout. Calm things down a little bit. Full timeout from the Warriors. Got to talk a couple of things over. Curry starts the game 0 for 2 from the field, 0 for 2 from three-point range. Both of his shots coming from three. Does have 3 points, all coming from the foul line. Got fouled on a 2-point attempt. Had a technical free throw he knocked down. Kuminga's their leading scorer with 5. Wizards Thunder has just tipped off. Keyshawn George continuing his great play. Keyshawn George is another one of those young guys who's on the rise, like Ryan Rollins. He's already knocked down a 3 to start the game tonight. Bilal Coulibaly move aside. The former seemingly co-star of former franchise cornerstone, projected franchise cornerstone of the Washington Wizards, Bilal Coulibaly. Move aside. We got Keyshawn George now. Alex R. also considered that right now, although he starts this game 0 for 4 here tonight. Bub Carrington on the bench. Collin healthy, Middleton healthy, Coulibaly healthy. Got to give Bub Carrington and Trey Johnson as starters in there at some point. Obviously, you got Middleton and CJ McCollum. I don't suspect they will continue starting the entire year, although, you do want that veteran presence out there. No problem having Bub Carrington and Trey Johnson come off the bench. It's good development for them. No Chet Holmgren, though, tonight for the Thunder. They should still be able to get this done against the Wizards, who are 1-3, and the Thunder are 5-0 so far to start the year. One of the 4 last undefeated teams, I believe. Right, we looked at the standings the other night, but if we go back to the standings, I know the Bulls are 1, Spurs are the other. Not schedule, standings. Right, we know the Bulls are 1, 76ers are the other in the East, and then we have the Thunder and the Spurs in the West. 4 undefeated teams remain. We all expected the Bulls and the 76ers to be at the top of the East. We all expected that. No surprises there, right, guys? No surprises at all. And then the Thunder and San Antonio top of the West. That's a little bit more expected, especially if you look at the Spurs starting schedule. Bit of a cupcake fest for them so far. I want to see the Spurs face tougher opponents, although they have a pretty tough one tonight against the 3-1 Miami Heat, who have been running people off the court. We'll see how they take on Wemby here tonight. Let's get back to the game as Draymond's bringing it down. Gets it over to Pods, back to Draymond on the right baseline. Tried to hit Curry, cut into the rim, gets fouled by Ryan Rollins. I think that's 2 fouls on Ryan Rollins. No, only one. They get it over to Kuminga, back out to Pods. The Warriors come out with Green, Kuminga, Curry, Moody, and Podziemski. Get it over to Kuminga on the left wing. Dancing with it against A.J. Green, trying to drive to his right. They kick it out to Green. His 3rd 3 of the game. Airballs that one. Out of bounds going back to the Bucks. He knocked down his first one, which maybe gave him too much confidence. Airballs that one. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Ryan Rollins driving it to his left. Kicks it out to Turner. Turner, a straightaway 3. He's feeling it tonight. He's going to try and drag this Milwaukee team to an unexpected victory over this Warriors team that's gone off to a rollicking start. Al Horford at the scorer's table getting ready to check in. Podziemski has it up top. They get it over to Curry. Curry over to Green. Cut to the rim. And he gets the easy layup out of it. Again, 2 guys going to Curry, which people have been doing for damn near 15 years now, since Steph Curry has become Steph Curry. Turner catches, pump fakes, driving it down at the foul line. Little floater. In and out, can't get it to go. Kuminga with the rebound. He's going to push it the other way. 4:30 to go here in the first quarter. Kuminga up top, driving to his right, blown past the defense, gets the easy righty layup to go. Went right past Miles Turner. Looked like he had cinder blocks tied to his feet. And Podziemski picks up a steal, saves it over to Curry. Curry has it on the right wing, pulling it back out. Now driving to his left, leaning in, stops, kicks it out to Moody. Moody over to Draymond Green. Tries to get it inside the Kuminga. They do get it to him. He's being guarded by Ryan Rollins. He's got the one foul already. He doesn't want to pick up a second here with 4 minutes to go in the first. Wants to remain in the game, and he'll bring it down now as the Warriors have battled back. 1-point game now. Ryan Rollins up top, coming to his left off the Turner screen. Takes it out to Turner. Turner hands it off to Gary Trent Jr., driving it down, runs right into the defender, throws up the floater, gets it to go. No foul call, no block, no charge, no nothing. Just 2 points for Gary Trent Jr. on that trip. Podziemski on the left wing. Draymond and AJ Green run into each other. Draymond saying, Miles Turner pushed me. Draymond saying, Miles Turner pushed me. Still not sure what the call is. I think they called the foul on Draymond. They did call the foul on Draymond. They called the offensive foul on the Warriors. Draymond goes to the bench now. Al Horford coming in. Buddy Hield also comes into the game for Steph Curry. 3:40 to go here in the first quarter. 22-19. I forgot to give Gary Trent Jr. his floater. They throw it over the top. No, they did call the defensive foul on the Bucks there. So the Warriors have the ball back. Buddy Hield, the left corner three, after just coming into the game, can't get it to go. Kuzma with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Cole Anthony is into the game. Taurean Prince is into the game for the Bucks. Kuzma hands it off to Turner. Turner hands it off to Kuzma. Crosses over. Goes right into Jimmy Butler, who's also checked back in. Inside to Turner. Loses the handle. Buddy Hield picks it up. And here comes Podziemski, bringing it down. Over to Butler. Butler on the right wing, attacking Green. Goes up, off glass, gets it to go. Jimmy Butler bully balling his way to the basket. Here comes Ryan Rollins up top, bringing it down. And the official stops the play real quick. Something on the court he had to pick up. Just under 3 minutes to go here. Cole Anthony down the lane, scoop blade with the right hand, and he gets the nice friendly rolls. He gets it to drop down. Nice Alex English on that ball there. Bucks back up by 3. Holding on to this slight one-possession lead here. Butler has it up top. Green switches onto him. Butler over to Podziemski. Pump fakes out of the left wing, driving it down. Back up top to Butler, driving to his right against Green. Goes up, off glass, gets it to go. Another tough finish from Jimmy Butler there. 2:30 to go here. Cole Anthony up top, coming to his left off a Turner screen, steps back, pulls it all the way back out as Al Horford's going to switch onto him. Get it into Turner. Turner just fires and shoots over the smaller Buddy Hield, but he comes up short. Comes Butler, going to bring it down the other way. Butler has it up top, coming to his right. Now over to Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield trying to direct some traffic. They get it into Butler, being guarded by Cole Anthony. Excuse me. Butler kicks it out. Moses Moody, a right wing three. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Anthony does a good job tipping it away from Podziemski, but Podziemski never quitting on the play. Steals the ball from Cole Anthony and then lays it up and in. He was going to get that ball one way or the other. Here comes Cole Anthony bringing it down the other way. 1:45 to go. Anthony up top, over to Green. Green on the left wing, pump fake, sidestep, left corner three. Rattles it in. There goes AJ Green getting a three-point shot to fall down for him. The Bucks retake the lead. Both of these teams going back and forth here tonight. Jimmy Butler has it up top, coming to his right. You get it over to Horford. Horford hits Butler, come back door. Now up top to Moody. Swings it over to Podziemski. Coming to his right after Horford screen. Turner switches onto him, dancing with it. Sidestep three for Podziemski. Tosses up an air ball, and it goes out of bounds. Not a good shot from him. 1:19 to go. Lionel Monas, what's up, Lionel? Lionel Monas said, thank you, Chevy. Even when the Knicks not playing, you bring the entertainment. I appreciate you, Lionel. I appreciate you. We're going to do it all year long. Will Richard coming into the game for Moses Moody. The surprise rookie for the Warriors here. Bobby Portis also checking in for Miles Turner now. Cole Anthony driving it down. Down the lane, little mid-range pull-up jumper. Gets it to go. get it over to Buddy Hield, who will bring it down. Hield gets it over to Horford. Horford on the right wing. Gets it out to Buddy Hield. Good defense from the Bucks so far. Not to give open threes to the Warriors now. Get it over to Podziemski. Driving to his left on Cole Anthony. Bully balling his way to the rim. Pump fakes. Ball away. Low mid-range jumper in the paint. Can't get it to go. Bobby Portis with the rebound. Now here comes Cole Anthony pushing it the other way with 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Back and forth affair. 29-25. Cole Anthony sprays it out. Taurean Prince. No hesitation. Three to the right wing. And he knocks it down. Here come the Bucks. Bucks rolling right now with a 7-point lead. Warriors going to hold the ball for as long as they can. There's about a 8-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Podziemski over to Butler. Butler being guarded by Kuzma. Kuzma guarding Butler. Stops, turns, spins, pump fake, sprays it out. Horford, a quick catch and fire. Three out of the right wing. Air balls in. A shot clock violation for the Warriors. Butler could not create any open space against Kuzma. Good defense from him. Did wait way too long and then gave up his dribble in the middle of the lane and was forced to throw a grenade over to Horford. But shot clock violation for the Warriors there. Misuse of their time. And the Bucks will have the ball back with 8.5 on the clock. Warriors couldn't even get a shot off in time. I mean, they did, but they shot up an air ball. Cole Anthony pushing it the other way. Hesitates, crosses over. Mid-range pull-up jumper. He's 2 for 2. Now 3 for 3 as he knocks another one down. And a 9-point lead is opened up to end the first quarter here. And if there are any Knicks fans in the chat who are upset that they lost to the Milwaukee Bucks, just know, not just Giannis. Pretty good. Shot Collins, what's up, Shot Collins? Said, nice hat. I appreciate you, my man. I appreciate you. The only issue is, for some reason, the yellow is getting caught in the green screen glare. I'm not sure what that is. I guess this yellow and green are of the same hue and whatnot, but very annoying. Very annoying how this is happening. I'm going to have to fix it. Also, the pants. You guys can't really appreciate the pants. My pants are invisible. My pants are invisible right now. This is very annoying. This is very annoying. I wish I had a non-green screen Steam to set up for you guys. I could do this. Hold on. We could do this real quick. Just so you can get the full grasp of what I'm wearing tonight. So I need you guys to see. I didn't put this much effort into what I'm wearing for you guys to not see. So hold on. Let me do this. That's not what I wanted. I wanted that. And then I wanted to go to the filters and turn the filters off real quick. Just real quick, y'all. Just real quick. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. Y'all need the full grasp of what we got on today. We got the yellow on yellow on yellow, but that's because we're ringing the alarm here tonight. We're ringing the alarm here tonight. Number one, because Giannis was out to start the show. But number two, because Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride, and Gershon Yabusele should be ready to go tomorrow. If not, at least two of those guys will be ready to go tomorrow. So I just had to show off what we got going on here tonight. Got the mustard pants, the yellow hard hat, the yellow tie. We're ready to go. Green screen protector is off. Yeah, I had to show off the outfit real quick, Just real quick. You had to see it. For some reason, the yellow is getting caught in the green screen effect, but all right. You could also see how large my green screen is. Covers the whole area. Some adjustments do need to be made, but we'll get there. Too much going on. So we are at the end of the first quarter here. Getting ready for the second. Maybe at some point, just that I will show my full setup. I do think that would be fun. So real quick, maybe a YouTube short of just showing off the setup, what works, what goes where, why it's there. Is that? Oh, sorry, I was charging my phone. What a time to come back. I had to show. For some reason, the yellow's getting caught in the green screen effect. So that's unfortunate. So we're not going to be able to wear yellow unless I change some of the chroma coloring for the green screen. As Will Richard drives from the corner to start the second quarter and gets fouled by Gary Trent Jr. Gary Harris. I was like, that's not Gary Trent Jr. Gets fouled by Gary Harris. That's it. The ruffles in the green don't show up, which is nice. Yeah, unfortunately, the green screen is far too long. So I had to like fold it up, and then I used Velcro to kind of, so it's not laying on the floor. I'll show the full thing. But yeah, getting the ruffles out of it is a pain, but we did, which is why the green screen isn't perfect. You see like some stuttering, the green screen a little bit. Also, the lighting isn't great. I need more lighting. As Taurean Prince Euro steps down the lane, gets a layup to go over Guy Santos, who's in the game. And he's going to go to the foul line for one more. We're already 30 seconds into the quarter. Justice's dad said, "Oh, I've got an idea what's going on in the basement." It's I'm happy with it for the most part. Obviously, some things have to be tinkered with. Taurean Prince does knock down his and one free throw, giving them the first 10-point lead, double-digit lead of the game here tonight. Butler has it up top, swings through to his right, down the lane, gets fouled by Amir Coffey. So the Warriors come out to start the second quarter with Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Guy Santos, Brandon Podziemski, and Will Richards. The Bucks come out with Taurean Prince, Bobby Portis, Gary Harris, Amir Coffey, and Cole Anthony. Gary Harris getting minutes tonight with no Giannis. They get it into Butler. Butler out of the left corner, being guarded by Coffey. Up top to Podziemski. Podziemski dancing around the screen. Coffey switches onto him, driving to his right, leaning in, pump fake, leans in, throws up the floater, way off, can't get it to go. And another shot clock violation as the Warriors trying to foul bait their way to the foul line, and the refs not giving them the call, which I respect. I very much respect that. So the Bucks will bring it down the other way. They could extend this double-digit lead that they have right now. Cole Anthony has it up top, being guarded by Richard, who's proven to be a very good defender here. As he knocks he knocks the ball off of Cole Anthony, he's trying to blow by him, and Cole Anthony kicks it out of bounds. Ball going back to the Warriors. Possible steal of the draft. Will Richards for the Warriors. Draymond Green down the lane gets grabbed and held by Gary Harris. Going to send him to the foul line, 2 free throws. Just force him to make the layup, Gary Harris. Just force him to make the layup. Right? Go up, contest. You didn't even go up and contest. You just grabbed them. The Butler's at the foul line. 2 free throws here. Butler's a fantastic free throw shooter. He knocks down the first one. No, that is not me trying to jinx Jimmy Butler. Just Dad said it's a great setup. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. There's some kinks in it that I wish I could improve on, but it will cost money. And so we're saving up. Saving up for the improvements. Butler does knock down both of his free throws. Cole Anthony over to Prince. Back to Anthony. Anthony coming to his left. Tries to leave it off for Bobby Portis. Ball's knocked loose. Will Richards picks it up. Gets hit ahead to Guy Santos for the easy layup. Will Richards, and that time also Guy Santos, causing havoc defensively. And a timeout for Doc Rivers as the Bucks are not handling that on-ball pressure that Will Richards is providing right now. Not handling it all that well at all. Not handling it well at all. I was going to say that this outfit might be a preview as to what we wear tomorrow, but if I don't have time to mess with the color, the chroma coloring of the green screen to try and get the yellowness out of it so we could wear yellow, then I'm going to have to go with something else. But tomorrow's a big game. Tomorrow's an NBA Cup game. Tomorrow's an NBA Cup day. NBA Cup games all over the NBA. As a matter of fact, we can go through the Cup games that we have tomorrow. It will be a fun day tomorrow. NBA Cup days are always fun because the games count for more. And the Hornets, hold on. The Hornets bringing it back. It's only a 5-point game with 2 minutes to go in the third. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. But if we go through Friday's schedule real quick, Hawks Pacers might not be that interesting. We just watched the Pacers play. Might not be that interesting. Celtics 76ers might be interesting. 76ers are undefeated. They recently played the Celtics, so that's going to be a good game. The Celtics starting to roll. They lost their first 3 games of the year, won their last 2. So Jaylen Brown is cooking again. He's feeling good after he opened up about using that fake hair. Opened up about it, which was hilarious. Raptors, Cavs might be interesting. It might be interesting. Obviously, we're going to root for a Cavs loss. We're going to root for as many Cavs losses as we can root for because they're definitely rooting for the Knicks to lose here tonight. They probably have the toughest matchup of the night where the Knicks are taking on the undefeated juggernaut that is the Chicago Bulls. Okay, they might not be a juggernaut, but they are playing very well as a team. Look at Nick Vucevic down there, 18.2 points per game, 13.2 rebounds, 5 assists, doing a little bit of everything. Hold on. Nick Vucevic, what are you doing, big dog? Hooping out there. That's what you're doing. Real quick, we can take a look at the Bulls and kind of preview before we get to tomorrow's preview about what's really going on if we go to their stats. Although we are back now. Josh Giddey and Vucevic are leading the way with 19.5 and 18.3 respectively. Matas Buzelis, 16.8. The second-year player thriving right now. Kevin Huerter even 14.8. Is the three-point shot coming back for him? Because the three-point shot absolutely abandoned him previously. Dosunmu's playing well. Even Trey Jones, former Spur, playing well. Patrick Williams, still doing Patrick Williams things. Still not averaging 10 points per game, even though everybody else is. Only 3.8 rebounds as well. So I'm not sure what Patrick Williams is doing out there, but either way, here we go. We're back into the Bucks-Warriors game as Cole Anthony's bringing it down against Richards. He has it up top, coming to his left off the Portis screen, driving it down in the lane, cross-court pass out to Harris. Catches, jab step, pulls it back out on the right wing. Now over to Portis. Portis coming to his left, up top to Prince. Prince spins, steps back, crosses over, step back straight away, kicks it over to Cole Anthony, puts up the three over Richards. Well short, can't get it to go. But Gary Harris chases down the rebound, back over to Harris. Harris up top to Prince. Prince catches, pump fakes. Good rotation from the Warriors here. Leans in, puts up the floater, gets it to go down. Draymond doesn't step up to contest after Guy Santos misstepped there. Podziemski has it up top. Gets it over to Butler. Butler back to Podziemski. Pods directing traffic. Gets it over to Santos. Now over to Butler. Left wing, high post, jab step, driving it down along the baseline, and he steps out of bounds, going back to the Bucks. Cole Anthony up top, crosses over. Up top to Portis. Portis pump fakes, driving it down, spins to his right, going up against Will Richards all the way to the rim. Richards slaps down for a steal, doesn't get it. Bobby Portis gets an easy layup out of it, and just like that, they're back up by 10. Great timeout from Doc Rivers there to stall the momentum the Warriors were building. They get it into Jimmy Butler. Butler, mid-post, right baseline, over to Pods, now over to Green. Green driving it in on Coffee, leans in, throws up a floater off glass, way off, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound, and out of bounds off of the Bucks. I thought it was going to be off of Santos, but Santos able to crash the glass. Able to crash the glass and save the possession for the Warriors here. The ball will remain with them. 14 back on their shot clock. 9:07 to go here in the second. They get it into Pods, right corner, quick catch and fire three. Splashes it out of the out-of-bounds play. Great play. Generate an open look for him. Cole Anthony bringing it down against Will Richards. Driving to his right, blows past the defender. Scoop layup, high off glass, can't get it to go. Great box out and rebound from Pods, and now he's pushing the pace into 4-on-2. They kick it out, Will Richards. Right wing three, and he splashes it down. So Will Richards can also knock down threes. Dangerous, dangerous prospect right there. A 3-and-D guy with who's as good of a point attack defender and knocking down a smooth three-point shot there in transition. Cole Anthony has it up top. Jab step, dancing with it against Richards. Blows past him in the lane, scoop layup. Can't get it to go. Excellent defense from Richards. Hit ahead. Jimmy Butler bringing it down. Shovels it out to Santos. Santos hands it off to Pods. Pods on the left wing. Going to settle the offense down now and look for a good shot. They're going to run their actions. Pods dancing with it. Coming to his right off a Butler screen. Euro steps down the lane. Cross-court over to Green. Over to Santos, right corner three. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Bobby Portis skying for a rebound. Over to Coffee on the right wing. Coffee driving to his left, middle of the lane. Gets it in the air. Kicks it out to Cole Anthony. A no hesitation left wing three. He can't get it to go down. Pods home run pass to nobody. Pods just baseball passed that thing full court. And it was nowhere near Jimmy Butler. And so, turnover, and the ball will go back to the Bucks here. And he's got a little laugh at it. Podziemski subs out. Draymond Green subs out. Almost a platoon substitution there for the Warriors. Butler's the only guy who stays out there. Curry, Horford, Beal, and Will Richard also stays out there with the Warriors. Bobby Portis, a left wing three. He rattles it in. Finally, a three-point shot goes in to quell some of that momentum from the Warriors. Here comes Curry. looking for some monicum of revenge there. Curry driving it down against Rollins, stops, foul line floater, off the back rim, can't get it to go, fight for the rebound. Portis has it, hit ahead to Cole Anthony bringing it down. Interesting, he and Ryan Rollins are sharing the backcourt right now. Cole Anthony sprays it over to Rollins. Rollins being guarded by Richards. He blows past him. Back out top to Portis. He just hit one from the same spot, and he hits 2 in a row from the same spot. Bobby Portis quickly pushes what was a 4-point lead back up to 10 with 2 straight threes and a timeout from the Warriors. And of course, Bobby Portis is going to hype the crowd up as the crowd is up on their feet now. Robin said the Heat are dangerous. We're going to go around the league at halftime, Robin. But I did see a comment about how the Heat are currently beating the Spurs without Powell and Hero, which would be extremely impressive. And a bad loss for the Spurs, let's be real. But we did watch that preseason game of Heat Spurs, and it was by far the worst Wembanyama game I've ever seen, regular season or otherwise, rookie year or otherwise. I had not seen Wemby that out of sorts in a really long time. Turning the ball over, chucking up terrible shots. I just thought maybe he just wasn't engaged that night, but maybe it was a thing. We're going to have to check the box scores later. I don't want to be spoiled yet. As a matter of fact, we can go around the league real quick. We won't go through the box score, but we'll look at what the score is. We won't go through the box score, but we will look at the scores. What are the late games? Nuggets, Blazers, Pelicans, Clippers. Not all that interesting. Just that said Bobby Portis a Knick, or did I imagine that? Spent half a season as a Knick before he got traded over to... He got traded to Milwaukee, didn't he? Yeah, the Knicks traded him to Milwaukee. What did we trade him for? I don't even remember. Or did he sign there? No, he spent the full year with the Knicks. It was a lost season for the Knicks. They didn't do anything. That was the first Randall year where we signed 1 million power forwards and we got made fun of for it. Deservedly so. Knicks got deservedly made fun of for that. It's 18-16, Robin. Relax. It's 18-16 early in the game. Is Wemby playing? I think Wemby's playing, right? Got to be playing. Got to be playing. He is playing. 4 points, a rebound, an assist, 1 turnover. Steph Castle with 4, 1, 1, and a block. The Heat without Hero and Norman Powell. Starting Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, Kel'el Ware, Davion Mitchell, and now Pell Larson in the starting lineup. Okay. Davion Mitchell with 8 quick points to start. 2 for 2 from 3-point range. Okay. I see you, Davion Mitchell. Playing well. I said I wasn't going to look at the box scores, and then I looked at the box scores. Thunder only up by 6 against the Wizards. Interesting. Shout out to the Wizards for staying close. We're going to get back to this Bucks-Warriors game right now. And the Magic against the Hornets started the fourth quarter. They just jumped out to a 10-point lead. We'll see how that game resolves. Here we go. So good timeout from Steve Kerr and the Warriors to try and quell some of that momentum from the Bucks, the way the Bucks did earlier to the Warriors. Good timeout usage from both sides. The Warriors have the ball. Curry on the right wing, coming to his left off a double screen inside the Gary Payton. Takes it out to Kuminga for a left corner 3. He can't get it to go down. Amir Coffey comes flying in for the rebound. Cole Anthony, left wing, being guarded by Horford. Up top to Rollins. Rollins being guarded by Buddy Hield inside the Portis. Shoots a righty hook shot right over the smaller Gary Payton, who's trying to guard him. He knocks it down. 8 quick points for Bobby Portis there to give them a 12-point lead here. Steph Curry, step back left wing 3. He's misfired all night long, but he knocks that one there. Nine-point game. Bobby Portis driving it down, stops, turns, spins. Still has Gary Payton on him. Turns and shoots another righty hook shot. Can't knock that one down. Cole Anthony jumped the passing lane, got the steal, but can't stay in bounds. So we're about halfway through the quarter here. They did call the foul. So Cole Anthony fell out of bounds, but the Bucks do get the ball back. A step back three for Cole Anthony, calling his own number after the great effort. Misses wide left the three, and now Curry will bring it down the other way. Curry into Horford, being guarded by Cole Anthony. They show a double team. Now they scram switch out of it. They leave Gary Payton wide open on the right wing for a three. They get rewarded for it. Like we said, they're gonna dare Gary Payton to shoot. Misses that one. Ryan Rollins, coming to his left, mid-range pull-up jumper off the back rim on that one. Gary Payton skies for the rebound. Hit ahead to Kuminga. Kuminga bringing it down right side of the court. Being picked up by Cole Anthony. In and out dribble. Kuminga's going to look to take advantage. He's got the size and strength advantage here. Leans in. Gets fouled. Kuminga trying to shoot the floater by Cole Anthony. So he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. And the Bucks holding on to a 9-point lead here. Amir Coffey going to the bench. Cole Anthony going to the bench. Miles Turner comes back in. Gary Trent Jr. also comes back in. So the Bucks are out there with Turner, Gary Trent Jr., Ryan Rollins, Taurean Prince, and Bobby Portis. The Warriors are out there with Kuminga, Curry, Horford, Hield, and Gary Payton. Second. Not Jr., the second. Kuminga does knock down both of his free throws. I do like it when players knock down their free throws. They are called free for a reason. Turner has it up top. Gets it over to Portis. Portis hands it off to Prince. Prince pump fakes, right wing. Feeds inside to a nice slip pass to Bobby Portis. Gets blocked at the rim by Horford. Out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Bucks here. 5:25 to go here in the second. Portis now subs out of the game. Kuzma back in. We're past the halfway point. AJ Green also coming in for Taurean Prince now. So the starting 5 is out there for the Bucks. The Warriors with Kuminga, Curry, Horford, Hield, and Gary Payton. They get it into Green. Green in the left corner. Up top to Kuzma. Kuzma on the left wing. Up top to Turner. Turner hands it off to Rollins. Curling off. Step back 3. Gets blocked by Horford. Rollins wrestling the rebound back at the buzzer. Can't get the shot to hit the rim, so it's a shot clock violation. And the ball is going to go back to the Warriors here. A little over 5 minutes to go here in the second. Warriors mounting a little bit of a comeback here, trying to make it closer before the end of the half. They were down by as many as 12, but now inching their way back in. Curry bringing it down, being guarded by Rollins. And Curry has really yet to do anything. He's got 6 points. He knocked down 1 shot, which was a 3. That was pretty much it. Curry coming to his left. Pump fake, leans in, kicks it out to Hield. Hield, pump fakes, kicks it out to Horford. Extra pass to Kuminga. Kuminga, left corner 3. He'll shoot it, and he'll knock it down as well. Kuminga now also getting unleashed a little bit. Got to the foul line, knocks down a 3 there. Straight path. What's up, straight path? Ryan Rollins on the left wing, dancing with it against Kuminga. They get it over to Turner. Turner up top. Hands it off to Gary Trent. Trent, mid-range pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go. Turner rips away an offensive rebound, though, and lays it up and in. Turner not known for his rebounding, but that time attacking the glass. Curry gets fouled on the floor. I'm going to say before the act of shooting. Straight Path said, everybody be sure to give a like and subscribe. Thanks for doing the game, champ. Appreciate you, Straight Path. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, if you're in the stream, enjoying the show, go ahead, leave a like, hit the thumbs up button. I would very much appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't. And thanks for hanging out with me. We got a big Knicks game coming up tomorrow. This game here tonight is entertaining, even though we don't have Giannis out there, unfortunately. Curry does knock down his free throw. They are in the bonus. Are they in the bonus? They are in the bonus. So it's 2 free throws for Curry instead of 3 that he wanted. Instead of the 3 that he wanted, only gets the 2 because they are in the bonus. So Curry remains perfect at the foul line because, of course, he does. 4-point game. Comes Kuzma bringing it down. Kuzma hands it off to Green. Green fires a deep right wing 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Kuminga with the rebound. He's going to bring it down. For what was a 12-point lead, Warriors are crawling their way back into it. It's now 4. Kuminga driving it down against Rollins. Kicks it out to Hield. Hield Sets his feet, pump fakes, driving it down against Turner. Scoop lay with the right hand, can't get it to go. Tip up and in for Jimmy Butler, who just checked back in previously on the free throws from Curry. And now it's a 2-point game, back to a one-possession game. Ryan Rollins blows past Kuminga, draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Ryan Rollins continues to be impressive tonight. Now to the foul line for 2. .345 here in the second to go. Ryan Rollins to the foul line for 2. He's got 9 points. I feel like he scored 8 points early in the first quarter. Has not done a whole lot scoring-wise since then. He has also chipped in 5 assists. He's been very good in that regard as well, being a good point guard out there. Like I said, I think Milwaukee may have found their solution at point guard in the long term. Ryan Rollins is legit good in his second season, as he misses another free throw. I missed one earlier. Can't be missing free throws, man. Can't be missing free throws. Bernard Johnson, what's up, Bernard? How you doing, Chefy? Appreciate you, Bernard. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well as well. I'm listening at work. Let's go Golden State because the Bucks beat my Knicks. I do like Giannis, though, even though he isn't playing. So tonight I don't like Giannis. But Ryan Rollins does knock down the second free throw at least, splitting them there. But I'm rooting for a good game, and I like rooting for the underdog. So I do want to see the Bucks win tonight over the Warriors. I don't like the Warriors. Curry, step back 3, comes up short. Fight for the rebound, and there is a loose ball foul as they were fighting for the rebound. Foul on the Bucks. So more free throws. More free throws for the Warriors, as they've been in the bonus for a bit here. Butler with 2 more. Lives at the foul line, Jimmy Butler does. I believe this is only his 3rd and 4th free throw of the night, though. Butler knocks down the first one. He's got one more coming. He can knock the lead back to 1 here. Butler just knocked 1 down. Normally a knockdown free throw shooter, and he does knock the second one down. Remains perfect from the foul line so far tonight. Ryan Rollins will bring it down. Rollins up top, being guarded by Kuminga. Coming to his right. Cross-court pass to Gary Trent. Trent driving to his left against Butler. Against Hield, excuse me. Puts up the all-the-way baseline 8-foot jumper. Terrible shot from Gary Trent there. He's had a couple of those tonight. Butler bringing it down the other way after the rebound. Has it on the right wing, being guarded by Kuzma. Directing traffic here. He wants to give it to Kuminga in the post, being guarded by Green. Faces up, swings through along the baseline. Stops, turns, spins. They show 2 out to Horford. Quick catch and fire and shoot. Can't get it to go. Kuzma with the weak side rebound, hit ahead to Gary Trent. Trent bringing it down, gets it over to Rollins. Rollins driving it down, in and out dribble, step back, fall away mid-range jumper. And does get it to go, gets a nice friendly roll. Bounced on the rim a couple of times, but he does get it to drop. Get it over to Jimmy Butler. Butler, stutter step, driving it down, kicks it out. Horford going to take the lane all the way to the rim, gets swatted out of there by Al Horford. Also good help defense from Kyle Kuzma there, just to slow up Al Horford just enough to allow Miles Turner to come back for the block shot. Almighty Alpha, what's up, Almighty? How was your night? My night's doing pretty good, man. How's your night going? Phil, what's up, Phil? Do you foresee the Orlando Magic being stopped? My man, with all the troll names in the world, my man, appreciate you, Phil. No, the Orlando Magic are 1-4. Probably about to be 2-4, right, with the win against Charlotte here tonight. But we will go around the box scores at halftime here. 2:30 to go. Get it over to Curry, curling off the screen. He's got an open one, and he rattles it in. Can't give Curry the open ones. I know it feels impossible because he's such a good mover without the ball. But now we're tied at 54 here with 2:20 to go here in the second quarter. At one point, the Bucks held a 12-point lead. We know 12-point leads are really nothing in the NBA. Gary Trent Jr. has it, gets blocked. No foul call. Gary Trent Jr. looking at the ref. He's not going to get it. They hit it ahead to Butler. Butler Euro steps down the lane, leaves it off for Kuminga. Kuminga takes it out to Podziemski, but gets stolen by Gary Trent Jr. A bad pass from him. Gary Trent bringing it down. Tries to split the defense. Terrible decision. But he just holds on strong and knocks down a floater over a double team. Okay. Whatever works, I guess. Kuminga driving it down. Draws the foul on Gary Trent. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. He used that arm swing through move to get himself to the foul line. Caught Gary Trent reaching there. Almighty Alpha said got money on every game tonight. Good luck to you, my brother. Good luck to you. Bernard John said, wow, the Bulls of Philadelphia 76ers are still undefeated. I'm surprised. Not after tonight. Not after tomorrow night, Bernard, when the Knicks take on the Bulls. Not after tomorrow night. The Knicks will take care of business because I got good news, Bernard. I don't know if you've heard, but Mitchell Robinson was a full participant in practice today and is going into tomorrow questionable for the game as Kuminga knocks down a free throw. But Ian Begley did also kind of insinuate that he's likely to go. It'll kind of be a game time decision. We'll see if he's feeling good going into the game, and if so, he will indeed play, right? Deuce McBride is back with the team. He was a full participant in practice, so he will play. And also, Gershon Yabusele participated in the practice, and he is probable for tomorrow. Kuminga knocks down both free throws. And Ryan Rollins has it in the right corner. Coming to his left off the Kuzma screen. Now over to Kuzma along the baseline. Kuzma leaves it off for Turner. Excellent pass from Kuzma. Kuzma playing well tonight. Also played well the other night against the Knicks as well. Curry has it up top, being guarded by Rollins. Driving it down to his right, throws up the floater. Can't get it to go, looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Turner with the rebound. Quick outlet to Kuzma. Kuzma over to Gary Trent. Gary Trent over to Turner as the trailer. Catches, pump fake, sidestep. Over to Kuzma. Kuzma has it up top, being guarded by Butler. Good rotation from the Warriors there, not to give the Bucks an inch. Hands it off to Gary Trent. A step back, long two. A terrible shot yet again. I don't think Gary Trent's taken a good shot so far tonight. Curry hit ahead to Butler. Butler driving it down against Gary Trent. Can't get the scoop layup to go. Put too much mustard on it. Does grab his own rebound, but he was fouled fighting for it. No, I think it was out of bounds. So side out of bounds for the Warriors here with under a minute to go. No, it was a no call. Inadvertent whistle. Inadvertent whistle from the ref. So side out of bounds for the Warriors. Butler over to Curry. Inside the Green. Green inside the Pods. Pods gets the easy layup out of it. More gravity from Curry. Excellent slip pass over to Green. Green makes the decision over to Pods, cutting along the baseline. Another easy layup. Tied at 58 yet again. Rollins driving it down, steps back, pump fake, leans in, scoop play with the left hand. Got it to go. Beautiful move. Beautiful move. Curry bringing it down against A.J. Green. Dancing with it. Dancing with it. Loses the handle, picks it back up. Now coming to his... Now he steps back, picks up his handle. Good defense from Green to stay in front of him, not give him an inch. Get it over to Kuminga. Kuminga on the right wing, driving to his left. Your hop steps past the defender and gets the layup to go with the right hand. No, they call the travel. They call the travel. They do not like hop steps in the NBA anymore. They do call a travel. I will say I don't think that's a travel. He hopped off of the live dribble and landed on 2 feet, which should be a legal hop step. Yeah. No, it was a 1-2. It was a 1-2. So when you hop step, you can't land 1 foot at a time. You have to land on both feet at the exact same time. The best player I've ever seen be able to do hop steps in the NBA was Derrick Rose, and he blew out his knee because he was so good at them. He was so explosive. Those hop steps ended his MVP reign, ended his prime, even though he never really reached his prime. Ryan Rollins has it up top, being guarded by Gary Payton. Payton applying a lot of pressure here. Rollins coming to his left inside the Kuzma. Kuzma out to Turner. Turner a wide open right corner. 3, too strong. Way overshot, and that will be an air ball for Turner in the end of the second quarter. And so the Bucks walking at halftime with a 2-point lead. Not terrible. You knew the Warriors had another run in them to get back into the game after they fell down by as many as 12. And so here we are, 2-point game going into the second half, 60-58. Pretty impressive performance from the Bucks tonight with no Giannis. Hanging in there, gritting it out. So let's look at the box scores real quick. The player that is leading the way to be expected, right? We all expected Jonathan Kuminga to lead the way with 16 points. Right? I don't like how ESPN has changed their box scores. I'm not used to it. Points used to be over here. Now points are over here, right by minutes. Right? So Jimmy Butler, second leading scorer with 12. Steph Curry, third leading scorer with 11. So good spread there for the Warriors. Kuminga leading the way. He's only missed one shot, 5 for 6 from the field, 2 for 3 from three-point range. Also knocking down the perimeter shot, also from Kuminga, which is something he traditionally struggles with. As a matter of fact, let me zoom in real quick. You guys can see it much better here. Here we go. Right, so 16 for Kuminga, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, doing a little bit of everything. Does have 3 turnovers, though. Jimmy Butler, 12 points, doing Jimmy Butler things, 5 boards, an assist, a turnover, 4 for 8 from the field, 4 for 4 from the foul line. Kuminga also 4 for 4 from the foul line. Steph Curry, 5 for 5 from the foul line, 11 points for him, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Hasn't shot too many times, 2 for 7 from the field. One of them he made. No, both of his made shots are from 3. He's only taken 2 shots inside the paint. So maybe we'll see Steph Curry kind of take a step back here tonight and allow Kuminga and Butler to do a lot of the heavy lifting here, although his gravity is still creating mismatches for Draymond Green to make a decision, go 2-on-1 in those situations. Bernard Johnson, let's go, Mitch. We need him. Yes, great news. Fantastic news. I can't wait. Now, it's not a done deal. He is still a game-time decision going into tomorrow, so anything could happen from now until tomorrow. He could wake up not feeling great, and then, now we're dealing with that. So, not to get hopes too high, but he was a full participant in practice today, was the report. Quentin Post only played the first 5-minute stretch that he was in the game for. Didn't do a whole lot. 0 for 2 from the field, both of them being threes, weren't particularly close. Just that said, Mitch by November would be a good sign. I mean, he would make it by the slightest of margins. He would make it on October 31st, right? He would make it before November, technically, one day before November. Which, you know what? Fine. Wrap him in bubble wrap. Get us to the postseason with Mitchell Robinson healthy and ready to go, and I'll be happy. I'm not worried about Game 4, Game 5, Game 6 of the regular season. I'm worried about Game 1 of the playoffs. That's what I'm worried about. Just that said, Mitch going as Mitchell Robinson for Halloween. And it will be a spooky sight, I will say. We haven't seen him in a while, so it will be a spooky sight. Almighty Alpha said, do you think Kuminga could get 35 points? Probably not. I mean, he could. Capable of doing it is what I mean. But I don't think he will. I think what will happen at halftime is they'll adjust some of their coverages to pay a little bit closer attention to Kuminga, as he's kind of killing them right now. But we'll see. The Warriors are pretty deep between Curry, Kuminga, and Butler, right? As for the Warriors bench, Brandon Podziemski played 14 minutes. He was their 6th man tonight in terms of garnering the most minutes off the bench. Played really well. 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. Did have the 2 turnovers, but he also knocked down a 3. Was very effective. Really solid defense, as usual, for Brandon Podziemski. Probably their most consistent bench guy, right? Like, you get a guy like Buddy Hield. He'll come into the game. He'll put up a bunch of shots, but he's kind of hit or miss. Like tonight, bit of a miss. Not really doing too much for you tonight. But Moses Moody, similar to Buddy Hield. Al Horford at this stage in his career is really just out there for the intangibles, and then whatever he gives you offensively is a bit of a bonus. They even threw Guy Santos out there for an energy guy. They got Will Richardson minutes as well. He was solid, 5 points. He knocked down a 3, got a layup out of it. He also picked up an assist and a steal. He was really impactful in his minutes there. His impact forced the Bucks to call a timeout, which is great impact. So if you go down to the Milwaukee Bucks, Kyle Kuzma only has 1 point, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. But I think Kyle Kuzma has had an excellent game tonight. I think he's been fantastic. I think he's been utterly fantastic, Kyle Kuzma. I think his team defense has been great. I think his communication has been very good. I think his help side defense has been very good. You obviously want a little bit more from him offensively. He's 0 for 3 from the field and 0 for 1 from three-point range, but still, having an impact on the game is far more important than your numbers. You hear me, Karl Anthony Towns? Having an impact on your game is far more important than your numbers. The numbers will come because you're extremely talented. Don't worry about your numbers, brother. We got you. Brittany Kelly. What's up, Brittany Kelly? Hope you're having a good time tonight. Ryan Rollins has been the star of the show for the Milwaukee Bucks. It feels like Ryan Rollins is announcing to the rest of the NBA world that he has arrived, y'all. 14 points here tonight. He had a 20-plus point. He was essentially the co-star to Giannis the other night as they took down the Knicks. But Ryan Rollins, 14 points, 5 assists for him. He only has 2 rebounds. Gotta crash the glass a little bit more. But he's 6 for 10 from the field overall, 1 for 3 from three-point range. He is only 1 for 3 from the foul line. You got to knock down your free throws, brother. But Ryan Rollins, 14 points here. Miles Turner is the guy stepping up to help him out with no Giannis out there tonight. He's got 10 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. Nice big old block earlier on Horford, I believe. He's 4 for 8 from the field, 2 for 4 from three-point range. He's doing his job, right? Miles Turner is doing his part. Kyle Kuzma is doing his part. Ryan Rollins doing his part. A.J. Green struggling to find any open space tonight, not having any gravity out there, not having Giannis Antetokounmpo spraying passes out to him. He's only taken 2 threes tonight, which is not enough for A.J. Green. He's got to get that volume up. We got to find open shots for A.J. Green. Obviously very difficult with nobody garnering more than one defender right now, garnering the attention of more than one defender right now, although Ryan Rollins may start to do that, or maybe they'll just lock in defensively and really take charge in that regard. Brittany Kelly said, I will, Buddy Hield hit the 3. I'm rooting for you, Brittany. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for Buddy Hield to hit that 3 for you. Taurean Prince, Bobby Portis were the 2 guys off the bench who provided the most, although Cole Anthony was also really solid as well. Gary Harris and Amir Coffey didn't provide much, although Coffey's defense was pretty good. Though Gary Harris was pretty invisible in his 4 minutes. So if we can trade, I also didn't mention Gary Trent Jr., who I think was god-awful in that first half. I thought he was truly horrendous. I thought his defense was bad, and I thought his shot selection was pitiful. 2 for 8 from the field, 0 for 2 from three-point range, not really doing a whole lot for his team here tonight. Also got only 1 turnover. Only 1 turnover for Gary Trent Jr. That's not a turnover. Where are the turnovers? Gary Trent Jr. doesn't have any turnovers technically, but not a good night from him at all. Almighty Alpha said, I hope Rollins gets 30 points and 10 assists. Might be a tough one, brother. That might be a tough one. Obviously not out of the realm of possibility, but that might be a tough one. He had a very good first quarter and a slightly quieter second quarter, but maybe we'll see. Maybe they'll, at halftime tell him, like, no, we need you to go. We need you to go. Take shots. Take shots. Come on, green screen. I gotta iron out my green screen again. But other than that, like I said, Gary Harrison and Gary Trent Jr. are really the only guys not providing a whole lot for the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. Outside of that, really good team effort from everybody without Giannis. Really good team effort. With that being said, go around the league a little bit. And the Magic have pulled away from the Hornets here. They will improve to 2-4. Hornets will fall to 2-3 here. Paolo with 20 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. He's still on triple-double watch. He may still get that triple-double, y'all. Franz Wagner with 21, 5, and 3. Really good night from the duo there. Wendell Carter Jr. chipped in 18. Good night from him. Anthony Black chipped in 20. Fantastic night from him. No Jalen Suggs. I think this is the second night of a back-to-back for the Orlando Magic. So no Jalen Suggs. Probably can't play on second night of back-to-backs. He's still on a minutes restriction, I believe. Desmond Bane put up 9 points, 7 assists tonight. At least he contributed. Did not knock down a 3, though. Everyone else knocked down 3s, though. Paolo with 2. Franz with 3. Wendell Carter Jr. hit 3. Anthony Black hit 3. Not known for his three-point shooting, Anthony Black. Also, I got to zoom it in. You guys got to remind me. If you can't see it, tell me to zoom it in for you. Jonathan Isaac off the bench in 15 minutes in a return game, I believe. Isaac, I think this is his first game of the season, right? Jonathan Isaac, 2 points. Tristan Da Silva continues to be their best player off the bench, 16 points from him. If you have any stock in Sixth Man of the Year voting, I would highly consider Tristan Da Silva. I would highly consider it. Tristan Da Silva is making a case for 2 awards. Probably Most Improved, and also maybe even Sixth Man of the Year. Because every time I look up, Tristan Da Silva has at least 15 points on the night to help the Orlando Magic. So he's doing his job, stepping up. Outside of that, I think it's not great that Jett Howard has yet to crack the rotation. And he was a lottery pick last year. Not last year, 2 years ago, right? This is his 3rd season. Jett Howard's still struggling to find minutes here with the Orlando Magic. when his best quality, his best trait is three-point shooting, and they can't get him out on the court for a team that has needed three-point shooting the last couple of years. So, Almighty Alpha said, I got SGA for a triple-double in OKC. I guess we can kind of go check out that game as well. Wizards Thunder, it's a 10-point game at a halftime. We can check SGA. SGA is not a triple-double guy, though, man. 20 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. He'd have to do a lot of heavy lifting in that second half, and I think they're going to blow this game open, and triple-double may not be there for my man. He's already got 20 points, though. Harnstein with 8, Lou Dort with 5, Aaron Wiggins with 4, Kayson Wallace yet to score. Off the bench, Isaiah Joe's giving him 14. He's hit 4 threes tonight. A.J. Mitchell with 8 points. A.J. Mitchell also might be in consideration for 6th man of the year. Those guys are who I would go for if I was a betting man. As for the Wizards, Bilal Coulibaly with 12. Kayshawn George stuck on 6. At 6 after the first quarter. Stuck on 6. Not great. Not a great time for Kayshawn George as the game has gone on. But that tends to happen when you play the Thunder. One of the best defenses we've seen in a really long time. Alex R. still stuck on 3 as well. Off the bench, not getting a lot. Cam Whitmore with 7. Trey Johnson with 5. Their rookie. Their star rookie. We go over to Heat Spurs. We are interested in Heat Spurs for sure. Bam with 13. Khalil Ware's only played 8 minutes. Foul situation? Nobody in foul trouble, really. Jaquez, 2 points off the bench. He's coming off a, 28-point performance the other night? Definitely about 25. Definitely about 25 plus. Fontecchio with 9. He's at, 3 threes? 2 threes. And then and 1 situation. 2 threes. Are his 2 made field goals. He got into the foul line for 3 free throws, so probably got fouled on a 3-point attempt. It's a close game, 1-possession game. Jovic in 6 minutes hasn't given him much. Drew Smith in 10 minutes, giving him 4. Bam with 13 points, going right at the Wemby matchup. Wembanyama tonight so far, only 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. So far, it's been the worst Wembanyama performance we've seen so far this season. Part of the reason why I was afraid of this game was for this exact reason. Eric Spoelstra is a defensive wizard, a defensive genius, a brilliant basketball mind, and seems to have developed a really good defensive matchup for Wembanyama. Because the last time we saw Wemby play the Spurs was last time we saw Wemby play the Heat was in the preseason, and it was against the Miami Heat. And the Miami Heat absolutely made Wembanyama look like a 12-year-old basketball player who is learning to use his legs again, right? Now it's a preseason game, and I just chucked it up to being a preseason game. But so far tonight, only 6 points for Wemby. Been dominating the league so far. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, no blocks so far. 2 for 6 from the field. So not even shooting it well tonight. Not getting anything easy. Now we'll see if Wemby makes an adjustment as the game goes on, especially after halftime. But we have 6 minutes to go here in the second, and it's a very high-scoring game. Not a ton of defense being played right now. 48-43 with just under 6 minutes to go in the second is a very high-scoring game. Both these teams can get to 60 here. Off the bench, Dylan Harper, 10 points. Rebound. Doing his thing. Dylan Harper's already knocked down 2 threes. My goodness. Pacers Nation said, I felt like Miles is selfish. He only cares about winning a championship. He's a snake. I talked about that interview he did earlier in the stream, Pacers Nation. But, yeah, really weird rationales coming out from Miles Turner. Why would you attack Tyrese Halliburton? Like, I understand being upset at the Pacers front office. You know, he told the story. They told him all year he was going to get paid. They were willing to go into the luxury tax for him. And then at the last second, obviously things change when Halliburton gets hurt. But, you know, a little bit of a handshake agreement there, and they go back on it. Like, you're allowed to be upset about that. As we're starting the third quarter already. My goodness. I feel like we just got to halftime. Right? So weirdness coming out from Miles Turner for sure. Definitely, I understand the feelings, but the way he phrased it, very poor. Curry misses a 3 coming out to start the second half here. Let's start the show. to it. Here we go. Bucks holding on to a 2-point lead here. Kuzma has it, steps through, throws up the floater, and Kuzma knocks down his first basket of the game on a nice pump fake step through floater. Kuminga has it up top. Coming to is right off a Butler screen. Gets it over to Butler in the post. On the right wing. Swings through along the baseline against Green. Gets caught in the air. Kicks it out. Green. Draymond Green. Now up top to Draymond Green. Driving it down. Shovels it back into Butler. Little fall away one-legged jumper over Turner. Somehow got it to go over the shot blocker who's right there in position. Just couldn't get to it. And Butler calmly knocks down the little baseline one-legged fall away jumper. Ryan Rollins up top. They're going to need another big half here from Ryan Rollins. He had a big first half. Can he continue it here in the second? Kuzma over the top pass to Turner. Turner stops in the post against Quinn post. Stops, turns, spins. Got nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Kuzma. Kuzma, jab step, coming to his left. Over the top pass to Gary Trent Jr. Left corner three. That's a good shot. And he knocks it down. See what happens, Gary Trent? When you take good shots, we know you're a capable shooter. And Curry mishandles it out of bounds. Good pressure from Ryan Rollins there. Ryan Rollins kicks it out. AJ Green, a wide open left wing three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. You got to get those to go down, AJ. Home run pass from Curry to Kuminga on the right wing. Attacking Green off the bounce. Leans in, throws up the floater. Gets it to go. He's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. I like that we're not giving those foul calls anymore. Kuminga does knock down the floater. Ryan Rollins, Euro steps down the lane, kicks it out to an open Gary Trent Jr. standing there all by himself. He can't get the wide open right corner three to go. Hit one from the left corner, can't get the right corner to go down. Butler coming to is right off the screen, driving it down against Turner. Inside pass to post, loses the handle, picks it back up. Shovels it, tries to shovel it out to Draymond. Gary Trent picks it up and then gets fouled by Draymond. Should be a transition take foul. It is a transition take foul, so it's a free throw and the ball, right? Pacers Nation said, Miles is some snake. It's not the Pacers' fault. He moved to Milwaukee. He should have been a grateful little snake because the Pacers and Tyrese sent them all the way to the NBA Finals. True. And after the Pacers beat the Bucks twice in the playoffs back-to-back, decided to go and be with the Bucks. Yeah. I mean, look, like I said, he's valid to feel disrespected by the Pacers organization, but to go on a podcast and kind of talk down about Halliburton is like, brother, what? Brother, what? I don't know what the beef is between him and Halliburton. I get the beef with the front office, right? The front office said, we're going to pay you, and then at the last second said, actually, we're not going to pay you. Like that, yeah, sure. Be upset about that. Talk about that on the podcast. To go on the podcast and talk about Tyrese Halliburton is weird. Maybe there was some behind-the-scenes stuff that their relationship isn't as great as it seems. Maybe Halliburton is more annoying than actually, I think he's incredibly annoying. But that's just me on the outside looking in, obviously. I think he's a giant cornball, which is not bad. You can be a cornball, that's fine. I just think you're a cornball. I just think you're corny. But to be on his team, maybe he just found maybe he just found him corny as well. Maybe he's just annoying. And now that he's no longer the team, he no longer has to bite his tongue. I don't know. Now to go on a podcast and say that to the world and let that be clipped and let that be the clip that flies all over the place is crazy. Crazy. Should be a grown man about it. Don't run to the podcast after you're no longer on the team. You don't got to deal with the consequences. Come on, Bob. Come on, man. Be an adult about it. That's not how the transition take foul works. That's a clear path foul. These refs have been terrible all night long. That is not a good distinction. That is a transition take foul. It does not matter where the defender is. He intentionally fouls Gary Payton so that they don't have a transition. So that they don't have a fast break. That is a transition take foul from Draymond Green. The refs blew that call. K Hazy, what's up, K Hazy? Kuzma gets it over to Rollins. Rollins up top. Crosses over on post. Down the lane. Stop, turn. Fall away jumper over post. Too strong. Can't get it to go. Now here come the Warriors pushing it the other way. Curry hit ahead to Green. Tried to get it down low to Butler. Knocked out of bounds by Gary Trent. Patience Nation said, if it be possible, I believe the Spurs are going to win the NBA Finals. I don't think so. I think they are too young, too inexperienced. They've never even been to the playoffs. You think they're going to go all the way to the finals without ever being in the playoffs, without ever being in the play-in, like never playing an important basketball game in the NBA? Not happening. It's not happening. Kuminga's at the foul line for 2 free throws here. He's already up to 18 points. Knocks down his free throw. Kuminga knocks down both free throws, giving him 20 points already. Back to a 1-point game here. 9:30 to go. Rollins coming to his right. Up top to Turner. Turner catches, pump fakes, hands it off to Green. Green coming to his right, pulls it back out. Gets it over to Kuzma on the high post, hands it off to Rollins. Rollins pulling back out, trying to get it to Turner, and they finally call a foul, and Steph Curry fighting with him in the post for positioning. Kay Hayes said they would figure out how to stop Wemby in the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, look, playoff basketball is different than regular season basketball. It just is. And it's an adjustment. Gary Trent Jr. gets it into Kuzma in the high post, being guarded by Quinn Post. Kuzma driving it down, draws the foul, knocks down the low floater. No, they say foul on the floor. So side out of bounds for the Bucks here. I mean, I will say, KAZ, we went around the league at halftime, and it looked like the Heat have figured out a little bit about how to guard Wemby. I don't know if you were there for the preseason game, but we watched Heat Spurs in the preseason, and Wemby really struggled, and I just chucked it up there being preseason. And here tonight, as Kuzma misses a little lefty hook shot in the paint, and the Warriors will bring it down now. But here in the regular season now, Wemby also struggling against the Miami Heat tonight, although we will go through the box score and see how that game continues to develop. Quinn Post has it up top, being guarded by Turner. Tries to get it out to Kuminga, knocked out of bounds by Ryan Rollins. Another bad pass from Quinn Post. When he subs out, we may never see him again tonight. He is one of the few Warriors players who has really played poorly tonight. Get it into Curry. Curry on the left wing, being guarded by Rollins. All the way to the rim, scoop play with the right hand. Got it to go. What happens when you're overly concerned with Steph Curry shooting, as you should be, Curry able to blow past you. Rollins coming down the lane, in and out dribble coming to his left, along the baseline. Got nowhere to go. Pivots, gets caught in the air, almost throws it away, but right through the hands of Curry, inside pass to Turner for the easy two-handed slam. Good decision from Gary Trent Jr. there. Didn't settle for the jump shot. Kuminga down the lane, takes it out to Curry. Curry going along the baseline, Euro steps, throws it up off glass, gets it to go. No foul calls. He hit the floor hard. I think that might be a lock-in. They let the contact go. Kuzma driving it down, Euro step, scoop lay with the left hand, and he gets it to go on the other end. So now both these teams going back and forth, a fast-paced affair here. They throw it over the top to Bullet. Bullet being guarded by A.J. Green. Leans in, gets caught in the air, leaves it off for Draymond Green as Turner just completely lost sight of him as Draymond Green gets an easy layup to go out of it. Ryan Rollins bringing it down the other way now. Fast-paced game. Ryan Rollins on the left wing, dancing with it, coming to his right off the screen. Stop and pop, straight away threes, feeling it, knocks it down. You could tell he had the little hop there. He had that little hop there. He stopped, popped, shot that three, and bounced with it. He got it to go down. Kuminga has it up top. Gets it over to Quinn Post. Hits Kuminga come back door. Pump fakes. Kicks it out the green. Extra pass to Butler. Butler in the corner. Pump fakes. Driving it down. Why would you ever go for the Jimmy Butler pump fake? Butler misses the little floater in the lane, though. Kuzma able to corral the rebound. We're at 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 5 minutes have already gone by. It's 72-70. A close game. Kuzma goes right at Quinn Post. Leans right into him. Loses it out of bounds. Good defense for Quinn Post there. And the ball will go back to the Warriors. Podzimski subbing in here. And y'all got to tell me, hey, man, put the game cast up. My bad, y'all. My bad. Hey, Hazy said the Heat are a big surprise. Yeah, I mean, just have almost completely altered the way they play. There was a crazy graphic going around that they set, I believe, 40 less screens than they did last year. They're just not running regular pick and rolls anymore. Just a complete motion offense they've really adapted to this season. I mean, Exposter is just brilliant basketball mind. Just whatever my team need is what I'm going to adjust to. Draymond Green bringing it down. Get it over to Butler. Butler out to Curry. Quick catch fire to the right wing. Knocks it down. Nothing but net with A.J. Green hanging all over him. It does not matter because it's Steph Curry. As long as he can get the shot off, it's got a chance to go in. Rollins gets it into Kuzma. Kuzma hands it off to Rollins. And we're going to get a timeout here from the Bucks. 1 point. Oh, I didn't give the Warriors 3? I did give the Warriors 3. 1 point lead for the Warriors here. We got 7 minutes to go here in the third. We're almost at the halfway point. Pacers Nation said your clock is way faster. I like it. Sometimes I forget to stop the timer. I do it all myself. Control the timer, control the scoreboard, do the play-by-play, talk to chat. It's all me. It's all me. Got no help over here. Got no help. Nobody wanted to help. So you know what? I said I'll do it all myself. It's fine. It's fine, y'all. I'll do it myself. Let's check in around the league yet again. Heat versus Spurs. Heat with a 3-point lead now. Wemby up to 12 now. Starting to figure it out a little bit. He's up to 12. Bam up to 15. Andrew Wiggins up to 10. Devin Vassell up to 12. Castle with 7. Harper off the bench with 10. It's just a close game. Just a close game. Thunder only up 11 here against the Wizards. The Wizards doing a good job of hanging around against the Thunder. CJ McCollum, Bilal Coulibaly leading the way scoring-wise. Tyshawn George starting to knock down a couple of shots here. He's knocked down 2 threes. He's up to 12 now. As for the Thunder, it's really SGA. Isaiah Joe hit 4 threes in the first half. But SGA's sitting there with 28 points. Payton Nation said, when is TJ going to return? Do you know? He was ruled out for a month, about halfway through October, I believe. So he's probably going to be, you're going to start hearing about return news about a week or two into November, about a week and a half into November, Pacers Nation. That's what I would think. SGA's in with 28 points. But it's only an 11-point game, like I said. Washington doing a good job of hanging around at least. All you want to see from them is to compete. These are the only 3 games on tonight. We already checked Orlando-Charlotte, as that game is already wrapped up. Orlando got the victory to jump to 2-4 now on a not-so-great start to the year. Here we go. Green has it up top for the Warriors. Gets it over to Curry, driving it down, throws up the floater, gets the floater to go down, and gets fouled by A.J. Green. It looks like A.J. Green got tripped up and slipped and fell. 6:30 to go here in the third. Curry knocks down his and one of floater, going to the foul line for one more, likely to be a 3-point play. Curry's at the foul line for one more free throw here. He's up to 20 now. Gets the free throw to go, of course. Remains perfect on the night from the foul line. And Rollins bringing it down. Is that Rollins? That's Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony has it on the right corner. Driving it down past Curry. They call the foul on Steph Curry on the reach. And two-handsy. Two-handsy, Steph. Two-handsy. About halfway through the third quarter here. Warriors jumping up to a 4-point lead here. You had to think that at some point their star power is going to outmatch the Bucks here without Giannis. As Turner gets his 3-point attempt blocked by Green. A deep pull-up 3 from Curry, trying to put a little dagger into the Bucks there. He misses it off the back rim. Turner with the rebound. Gary Trent Jr. has it. Hits Turner cutting to the rim. Kicks it out to Cole Anthony. Wide open left corner 3, and he knocks it down. There you go. As the Bucks fight back into the game. Now past the halfway point here in the third quarter. Podziemski hits Green cutting to the rim. Same exact play. Kicks out to Buddy Hield, and he responds with an open 3 in the corner. Cole Anthony bringing it down the other way. Cole Anthony coming to his right, gets caught in the air, kicks it out to Turner. Turner attacking to his right in the mid-range at the foul line, over to Kuzma. Extra pass, Gary Trent, a right wing three. Can't get it to go down. Green with the rebound. Quick outlet to Curry. Home run pass over to Pods. Pods, pump fakes, driving it down. Up top to Green, sprays it over to Curry. Curry curling off the Kuminga screen. Bounce pass to Kuminga, has it along the right baseline. Pulls it back out as he doesn't have space. He's got Turner guarding him. Cross court up top to Pods. Pods, up top, over to Hield. Hield spins off of Kuzma, kicks it out. Kuminga, a right wing three, airballs that one, and it's going to go out of bounds, a shot clock violation. 5 minutes to go here in the third. I love how fast-paced this game is. Lana said, let's go Warriors, beat the Bucks. The Bucks losing tonight would be better for the Knicks, but I like to see the Warriors lose. I really would. And I also like rooting for the underdog. No Giannis tonight? Okay. Let's get the victory anyway. That'd be nice. Cole Anthony up top coming to his left. Bobby Portis is subbed in for Turner. Cole Anthony leans in, low fall-away jumper over Horford. Can't get it to go, but Bobby Portis picks up the offensive rebound, kicks it out to an open Gary Trent Jr., who continues to misfire tonight. Now here comes Kuminga, bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Cole Anthony on a mismatch. Now Gary Trent Jr. is going to switch on to him, still a mismatch. Spins off of him all the way to the rim. Can't get the layup to go, gets blocked by Kuzma, but the rebound falls right back to him. No, they call a violation, a travel violation on Kuminga, saying Kuzma never got the block. It looks like Kuzma maybe blocked the shot. No, I mean, it was more than a foul than a block. It looks like he didn't touch the ball. But Kuminga shot up an air ball, was the first one to touch the ball again. Cole Anthony trying to split the double team, somehow keeps the dribble alive, shoves it over to Gary Trent Jr. Can't get the reverse layup to go. His tumultuous night continues. Kuzma throws it right to Curry. Bad entry pass from Kuzma. And then Taurean Prince fouls Curry. The refs have to talk about whether or not to transition take foul. I don't think it's a transition take foul. I think they're just... Transition take fouls have to kind of be intentional. And I think that's a good call there. I think they just didn't expect that pass to come, and they ran into each other as Curry picked up the ball. So they get into Pods. It's side out of bounds for the Warriors. Pods has it up top. Hands it off to Curry. Curry spins to his left, driving it down, leans in to the basket. Reverse layup. Can't get it to go past Portis. Green picks up the rebound. Hit ahead to Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony bringing it down. Coming to his left off the Portis screen. Stepping back now. Down low to Portis. Portis has it in the post, being guarded by Pods. They show two defenders. Kicks it out to Kuzma. Kuzma, right wing three. And he gets it to go down over the outstretched hands of Horford. Back to a one-point game here. Under 4 to go. Curry coming to his right. Up top to Horford. Cashing 5 from 3 for Al Horford. Too strong, can't get it to go. AJ Green with the rebound. A lot of players hitting the floor there. Kuminga and Prince still on the floor. Kuzma bringing it down the other way. Kicks it out to Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony's going to fire a deep three, and he's going to knock it down. Here come the Bucks, and a timeout from the Warriors with 3:35 to go. All right. Here come the Bucks. Every time you think maybe the Warriors are going to start to pull away a little bit here, right? Bucks without Giannis. Warriors pretty much fully healthy. They got Curry. They got Kuminga playing well. They got Butler out there. They have Horford playing. They got Draymond Green out there. And yet it's a close game against the Milwaukee Bucks here. (72-70). It's not 72-70. It's 81-79. Wizards are on their way back. Look at the Wizards go, y'all. If you guys don't know, for any Knicks fans in the chat, Lionel Monas, what's up, Lionel? I said what's up to Lionel already. is Giannis hurt? Giannis was ruled out a couple hours before the game started, which was unfortunate. I might be a curse, Lanamonis. I might be a curse. Because every time I tune in for a game, an important player goes out with an injury. The other night, we find out Ben Matherin's out. We find out Obi Toppin is out. And then Anthony Davis, during the game, goes out with an injury. That wasn't great. And tonight, Giannis was ruled out with knee soreness a couple hours before the game started, unfortunately. Namar, what's up, Namar? What was I saying about the Knicks? Oh, the Knicks have the Washington Wizards pick. It's top 10 protected, right? So we as Knicks fans have to root for as many Wizards wins as possible. They started the year 1-3, and it's a 5-point game against the Thunder here. Now, we know the Thunder are a fourth quarter team. They could probably go out on a big run in the fourth quarter and still pull this one off against the Wizards, no problem. But just the fact that the Wizards are competing with the Thunder right now is fun. Is it not fun? I think it's very fun. Bilal Coulibaly is out there hooping. He's got 16 points, 8 boards, 3 blocks. We are at halftime for Heat Spurs. Wemby with 14 and 9 at halftime. He started to get it going to close out the half. Here we go. We're going to check back into our Bucks-Warriors game here. McCollum with 16. Bilal Coulibaly with 16. Kaishan George with 12. David Osh Jr., what's up, David? Namar said, I want the Warriors to win. Knicks can jump in top. I don't care about the standings right now. I don't really care about win-loss records right now. Personally, not a big deal either way. So I am rooting for a good game, but if I had to pick, I'll probably go with the Bucks just because I like to see the East beat the West. But also, I just like to watch the Warriors lose. I don't know what it is about them. I think all those years of them being a dynasty just got to me, and I just like to see them lose. Jimmy Butler driving to the rim, flopping around a little bit, trying to draw the foul, flips it up the rim, goes out of bounds. Doesn't get the foul call, so the ball's going to go the other way back to the Bucks, who currently hold a 2-point lead, 81-79, with about 3:20 to go here in the third quarter. Ryan Rollins is back in the game, hits Portis cutting to the rim, kicks out to Taurean Prince, right corner three, he's open, can't get it to go. And Moody picks up the rebound, he's bringing it down, he has it up top. Driving to his right, gets it over to Will Richards, who's back in the game. Moody over to Horford, over to Butler. Butler in the right corner, being guarded by Portis. Butler, jab step, coming to his left, goes right into the defender, puts up the right hook, can't get it to go, fight for the long rebound. Cole Anthony picks it up. Anthony has it up top, pulls it back out, dancing with it, leans in, steps, kicks it out in the corner. Amir Coffey gets blocked. Can't take that shot, Amir Coffey. You got to pump fake and go. Moody, good hustle to come up with the block, though. Moody in transition, now going to reward himself. Can't knock down the three. Bobby Portis with the rebound. Hit ahead to Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony bringing it down. Portis hustling down the court. Cole Anthony gets a wide open lane and just knocks down an easy floater as nobody was able to pick up the ball. And the Bucks go up by 4 here. Will Richards up top to Horford. Over to Pods. Pods, a one-dribble pull-up three. Around the Horford screen. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Butler had it and then gets ran into by Cole Anthony. So a foul on Anthony. David Ott Jr. said 20 games opinion. Very fair. Very fair. I think that's a very fair stance to have. You guys know what my stance is. Got a month and a half, which brings us to the end of November. And then we'll evaluate the end of November where the Knicks are currently standing. I think that's around 20 games. So we're pretty much on the same timeline, David. Pods throws it into Horford. Horford quickly throws it up at the rim. Not a good decision there. He had Cole Anthony on him and he rushed it. Throws up an air ball. Cole Anthony bringing it down the other way. Get over to Portis. Portis over the top pass. Over to Rollins. Back inside the Portis who throws up a floater. And he gets it to go down. And the Bucks executing well. Going up by 6 here. 85-79. No Green, no Curry. The Warriors struggling to find consistent offense here. Moody over to Pods. Back to Moody. Coming to his left off the Butler screen. Moody on the left wing. Up top to Pods. Pods brings it over to Horford. Horford right wing. Being guarded by Portis, gets it over to Moody. Moody stops and pops on the right wing off the handoff. Can't get that one to go. Ryan Rollins snatches a rebound. Great rebound from him. He's bringing it down now, pushing it all the way. Blows past the defense. Even Will Richards, who's a good perimeter defender. And he gets the easy layup out of it. And they're back up by 8. Curry goes to the bench, and the Warriors' offense falls apart. Pods tries to shoot the pull-up three, but they call an offensive moving screen on Al Horford, and all momentum pointing to Milwaukee. David House Jr. said, Mitch and Dude's back for the Emirates Cup. Yes, sir. We had good news coming into tonight. Have fantastic news. Now, Mitch is not a definite. I did hear he's going to be a game-time decision, so we'll see. Hopes are high, but not definite, right? So I won't be disappointed if he doesn't play. Hoping for it, obviously. Who's that? Rollins? Rollins to the rim. Can't get the layup to go. Deuce McBride will play, though. And Gershon Yabusele is going to be probable going into tonight, so he should be back as well. It's going to be a fun night tomorrow night. Rollins missed the layup, but the Warriors couldn't grab the rebound, so the Bucks will have possession back to get it into Portis. Portis being guarded by Horford. Has him in the post. Stops, turns, pump fake, leans in, throws up a little floater, comes up short, can't get it to go. Good defense from Horford. Moody picks up the rebound. He's pushing it the other way. Moody on the right wing. Pulls back out. Moody pulling all the way back out. Now crosses over to his right on Rollins. Tries to get it up top to Horford. Rollins gets the deflection. They get it over to Butler now. Butler going to look to attack with the shot clock winding down. Tosses up a three, and he gets it to go. Why Butler doesn't shoot more threes, I'll never know. Seems pretty decent at it when he does shoot them. Cole Anthony's going to bring it down. He's going to wind down the clock as far as he can. David said, Bulls 4-0 done tomorrow. Yes, sir. Mara said, Deuce McBride flew in today. Yes, he came back to the team today after whatever personal issues he had. Get it over to Taurean Prince. Puts up the three. Can't get it to go. Bobby Portis fighting for the rebound. He can't save it. Butler picks it up. He's got 5 seconds to go. He's got more than enough time. He's going to put his head down, attack all the way to the rim. Can't get the layup to go. But he does draw the foul on Cole Anthony. It's going to send Butler to the foul line for 2 free throws. Right now, the Eastern Conference is being ruled by the Chicago Bulls and the Philadelphia 76ers, just like we all expected. No surprises there. Butler is at the foul line for 2 free throws here with 1.6 to go in the quarter. They are down by 5. Butler can cut it to a 1-possession game, can cut it to 3. Butler misses a free throw. And Butler upset at the ref, saying it should have been, I don't know, that's vertical. They're showing the replay of the Cole Anthony foul. That's verticality to me. He jumped straight up. Butler came into him and turned his body as he made the contact. I don't know. I don't like that call too much. Amar said Mitchell Robinson playing tomorrow also. He is a game-time decision, Amar, so not definite. We'll see how he responds after practicing today. He was a full participant in practice, and he's questionable going into tomorrow and will be a game-time decision. They do call the lane violation on Portis. So Butler knocks down the free throw after he missed the first one. They give Portis the lane violation. He was violating the lane, for sure. So Butler does knock down both of his free throws. Rollins is going to heave it here from half court. And he comes up wide left, it looked like. Either way, he missed it. Airballed it. 87-84 at the end of the third quarter here. We got 12 more minutes of basketball left here tonight for Bucks Warriors, y'all. We're also going to go around the league real quick. We throw 12 minutes back up on the clock for the fourth quarter. David said, I want this cup bad. I don't blame you. Winning the NBA Cup would be fun. It would be fun. Just like that, the Thunder have jumped up by 12. To be expected, as you guys can't see. Here we go. He said, I was higher on the Sixers than most, but I thought McCain would be back. True. They don't even have Jared McCain back. They don't have Paul George back, although Paul George might be good that Paul George is not playing right now. When he comes back, it might throw things off. But we'll see. Maybe they get positive Paul George back. Maybe it was a down year for him, and he'll be much better this season. Lano Mona said, Knicks at least 55-win team. What do you think? I think that's pretty reasonable. I think that's a pretty reasonable expectation to be at 55 wins. They won 51 last year, and I think the change in the coaching staff should reflect a much more a much better style for this team, for the players that they have. Namar said, I thought Steph Bondi said Mitchell Robinson might play tomorrow. Yeah, he might play. He will be a game-time decision, depending on how he responds after being a full participant in practice today. He might play. he will be a game-time decision. Deuce McBride will play, and Gershon Yabusele is probable to play. So the Knicks might have their full rotation of players tomorrow available. We will see. We will see. I think there's a good chance he plays, but it's not 100% definite. We still at halftime for Heat Spurs. We just started the second half here. Okay, we'll keep an eye. I have to keep an eye on this. We'll check it at the end of the game as well to see where they stand going into the fourth. But I'm proud of the Wizards, man. I'm proud of the Wizards. We have, if you guys don't know, the New York Knicks have the Wizards pick this draft. It is top 10 protected, and it was obviously expected that the Wizards will be one of the 3 or 4 worst teams in the league. They still might be one of the 3 or 4 worst teams in the league, but them being competitive with the Thunder is a fun sight to behold for sure. For sure. So here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. Cole Anthony will bring it down. The Bucks come out with Ryan Rollins, Taurean Prince, Bobby Portis, Amir Coffey, and Cole Anthony. The Warriors come out with Butler, Draymond Green, Steph Curry, Buddy Hield, and Will Richard. Cole Anthony in the paint throws up the floater over Draymond Green, gets it to go. Jimmy Butler bringing it down the other way. Multiple closers out here for the Warriors with Curry, Butler, even Draymond Green. Not sure who the closer is going to be here for the Bucks. It's going to have to be by committee. Butler driving it down along the baseline. Kicks it over to Draymond Green. Goes in. Can't get the layup to go. Portis battling for the rebound. He can't hold on to it. Green had it. Lost it out of bounds off of the Warriors. Draymond Green very upset. And the ball will go back to the Bucks. I like the battle. I also like the fact that they're letting them play, man. It's a very physical game down there. I feel like they could have called a foul there, and I wouldn't have complained, but I like that they didn't. Ryan Rollins gets it over to Portis in the paint, in the post. They swing it around to an open Taurean Prince as they doubled Portis in the post against Curry. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Curry ends up with it. Home run pass hit ahead to Will Richards, who broke out after contesting the Taurean Prince 3, and he gets an easy dunk out of it. Great hit ahead pass from Curry. And Ryan Rollins will bring it down left side of the court, being guarded by Will Richards. Up top to Portis, hands it off to Anthony. Anthony coming to his left. Being guarded by Draymond Green. Cole Anthony, a deep pull-up straightaway 3 over Draymond Green. Can't get it to go. Long rebound over to Kuzma. They swing it over to Ryan Rollins, a left corner 3. Ryan Rollins gets it to go down. He's been shooting it off the charts so far to start the year. He's been fantastic. Draymond Green has it up top, being guarded by Portis. He's up to 22 points tonight, Ryan Rollins. Gets it over to Curry. Curry driving it down to the rim. Scoop layup with the left hand. Just smokes the layup. Butler battling on the glass for the boards. Gets stripped by Cole Anthony. Great defense. Now Cole Anthony will bring it down. Euro steps. Kicks it out to Portis. Portis sets his feet and fires a right wing 3. Can't get it to go. Knocked out of bounds by Draymond Green. It's going to stay with the Bucks. That wasn't Kuzma, by the way. That was Amir Coffey with the offensive rebound. They get it over the top to Portis. Portis almost throws it away. He does throw it away. Buddy Hield picks it up. He's out on the break. Goes all the way in for the layup. Under 10 to go here. David said, Wizards, a good trade pick for the trade deadline. I might just want to keep that. Pick. And a timeout from Doc Rivers as Ryan Rollins got trapped by the half-court line. So good timeout from Doc Rivers and the Bucks. They're also a good time to talk some things over. Also a good time to talk it over. I might want to keep that trade, David. I might want to keep that trade. You know what I can do? I can look up when that trade rolls over to 2 second-round picks. Because if it keeps rolling over from being a protected first-round pick, it ultimately rolls over to 2 second-round picks. So if I look up Knicks future draft picks, we go to Fanspo. It should tell us that we have our own 2026 first-round pick. Oh, no, the Washington pick is only 1 to 8 protected, y'all. Hold on. Top 8 protected, which means they could be the 9th worst team in the league, which is somewhat possible. Not high possibility, but somewhat possible for the Wizards to not be awful. They also have 2 second-round picks, so they're going to have some picks in this upcoming draft, which is fun, which is nice. right? What I do want to look up is maybe the real GM will have it. No, Sports Track should have it. Sports Track should have it. So let's get rid of that. Let's go to Sports Track. They should have the conditions of when it rolls over, I believe. NBA future draft picks. I'm going over to the Knicks. Right? Denver Pistons, Warriors, Rockets, Pacers, Clippers, Lakers, Memphis, Magic, no Heat, Milwaukee, Minnesota, Pelicans, Knicks. Okay, this also doesn't tell me. Sports Track also doesn't tell me. When do they roll over? When does Knicks, Wizards, draft pick roll over? Will AI generation tell me? Okay, so if it's not a top 8 protection this season, it'll roll over to 2 second-round picks next draft. So it needs to be, they need to be a top 30, a top 8 team this year, a top 9 team, or a top 8 team. The pick needs to fall at 9 or below. So 9, because they will be bad. Knicks need their pick. Knicks need that pick. Which, by the way, if they get that close anyway, they're going to tank to not hand the pick over, right? So probably not going to matter anyway. Probably not going to get it. But here we go. We're back into the game. So I don't know if it has any value, David Austin. I don't know. That's my point. I don't know if it has any value. So the Knicks might as well just keep it. They get it out to Kuzma. They swing it up top. Wide open Cole Anthony 3. Can't get it to go. Kuminga, who's back in the game, snatches the rebound. And now here comes Steph Curry, who's also back into the game with 9:30 to go here in the fourth quarter with a 4-point lead for the Milwaukee Bucks. Curry coming to his left, hands it off to Butler. Butler gets it over to Hield. Pump fakes, driving it down. Back up top to Butler. Butler being guarded by Kuzma. They get it out to Draymond Green in the right corner. Now back up top to Hield. They're trying to get Hield the open 3. Hield dancing with it. Pump fakes, puts it up over Cole Anthony, and he rattles it in. Of course, a terrible shot. He got it to go down. Like I said, Buddy Hield's going to get those threes to go. Whether he's contested or not, he's going to launch them. Cole Anthony gets it over to Bobby Portis. Left corner 3 over Draymond Green. Too strong, can't get it to go. Good box down and rebound from Kuminga. He'll bring it down now. Hit ahead to Curry. Curry has it up top, being guarded by Cole Anthony. Dancing with it. Coming to his right. Off the Kuminga screen. They get it over to Hield. Goes along the baseline. Pulls it back out. Back up top to Draymond Green. Bad bounce pass to Curry. He can't handle it. Hit ahead to Kuzma. Kuzma over to Prince. Prince down the lane. Scoop play with the right hand. Can't get it to go, but a foul on, I believe, Jimmy Butler. Going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Butler obviously not a fan of that foul call, feeling like he's had similar contact that they haven't called tonight for him. So Taurean Prince is at the foul line for 2 free throws. And he knocks down the first one, tying it up at, giving them a 2-point lead. They already had the 1-point lead. AJ Green at the scores table getting ready to check in. Looking like he's going to check in for Taurean Prince, as he's going to remain at the sideline, remain at the scores table. Taurean Prince knocks down both of his free throws. And now Curry has it up top, being guarded by Ryan Rollins. Coming to his left, cross court, throws it off his teammate's head. And he picked up the loose ball, flipped up at the rim. They call the foul on Ryan Rollins. Curry knocked down the floater after the contact, but they're going to say foul on the floor, so side out of bounds for the Warriors here. 8:25 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a close game. Could go either way. I'm very, not surprised, but I'm very happy to see the Bucks stay in this game here tonight. Right? I think a lot of people have underrated this Bucks team, me included for sure, have underrated this Bucks team this season. Gary Trent Jr. is going to sub in for Ryan Rollins. Maybe just get him a bit of a breather here. He's had the tough assignment of sticking with Steph Curry all night and also being the offensive engine for the Bucks. And he's been pretty good at both of those things. They throw it over the top to Jimmy Butler, who gets fouled by Cole Anthony. 4 fouls on Cole Anthony, 8:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. 3-point game. Bucks 94, Warriors 91. Another foul on the Bucks inches the Warriors closer to the bonus. They get it over to Pods. Pods up top. Gets it over to Hield, curling off a double screen. Launches the straightaway three, can't get it to go. Kuzma secures the rebound instead of letting it go out of bounds. They want to push here. They want to keep the pace going. They want to keep the time going. Kuzma driving it down against Horford, stops and travels with it as he lost his footing. The ball's going to go back to the Warriors. Maybe you should have let it go out of bounds, Kuzma. 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Warriors with a bit of the momentum here. Not a lot of momentum, but the game is sort of going their way right now as Butler will bring it down against Kuzma. We know Butler can be a prime-time go-to clutch player here. Butler has it, spins off the defender. Cole Anthony runs behind him and just takes it. Home run pass over to Portis, who does beat Hield to the ball, but then Bobby Portis just gives it right back to the Warriors. They swing it around. Good closeout from Cole Anthony there. Jab step, driving it in on Anthony. They dig down. Kuminga steps through, gets fouled by Cole Anthony. I thought there was a travel in between there, but they don't call that. They call the foul on Cole Anthony. It's going to send Kuminga to the foul on 2 free throws. He's done a great job of not settling for shots tonight, recognizing when he's got a smaller defender on him. And that's 5 fouls on Cole Anthony there. Ryan Rollins back up off the bench. He's going to come in for Cole Anthony with the 5 fouls. Kuminga at the foul line for 2 free throws. He knocks down the first one. He's been perfect all night long. Kuminga knocked down the first one, and he does knock down the second one. Gets a nice friendly roll out of it. Ryan Rollins driving it down off the Bobby Portis screen, stops, turns, kicks it out to Kuzma. Kuzma driving it down to his right, skyhook with the right hand, got it to go over Kuminga. A big shot right there. Keep them with the 3-point lead. 7:15 to go. Kuminga has it up top, being guarded by Gary Trent Jr. The starting 5 is back out there. Gary Trent Jr. rips it away from Kuminga. Excellent defense from Gary Trent there. Get it over to Rollins. Rollins going to blow right past the defense, gets the easy lefty layup out of it as the Warriors jogging back on defense. Good timeout from Kerr, recognizing that his team maybe needed a blow there. They were just jogging back on defense. Excellent play, excellent recognition there from Ryan Rollins. 7:02 to go here in the fourth quarter. Terrible defense from Buddy Hield there. Jimmy Butler not there on the help side either. 5-point game with 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. We're going to go back around the league, checking on these 2 games. Wizards Thunder, and the Thunder have effectively pulled away. To be expected. Spurs have taken the lead. They built a 5-point lead over the Heat here. Castle now with up to 18 points. He's being a lot more aggressive here. Wemby still with the 14. Wemby up to 18, tied with Castle for the leading scorers. Doesn't have a block tonight, though. Hey, Hayes said Rollins is good. Rollins is very good. Like I said, between the other night against the Knicks and tonight against the Warriors, Ryan Rollins is putting the league on notice that he is a legit starting point guard for the Milwaukee Bucks now. He has snatched that starting role away from whoever may have had it. I don't think anybody really had it. I mean, they were starting Kevin Porter Jr. in preseason over him, so I will say it's probably probably Ryan Rollins for the foreseeable future here in Milwaukee as the starting point guard. Because not only has Ryan Rollins been the go-to guy as the offensive engine for this Bucks team, they've done it as community, but he has been for sure the lead guy tonight. Ryan Rollins with also 7 assists. Like being a point guard out there, 24.7 assists, not just putting up buckets, legitimately being a good point guard out there. So the only other 2 games on, the Thunder Wizards, and the Thunder have effectively ended this game already. They will end up winning. And the Heat Spurs are the only other game on right now, and it is a close battle, 76-72. Wemby up to 20 points now, 20 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists for Wembanyama. No steals, no blocks for Wemby, which is unusual for him. I believe he has over a 100-game streak right now of getting a block a game. Still a lot of time left. They got a full quarter to go and 2 minutes left to go in that third. I also want to give a big shout out to Cole Anthony tonight. I think Cole Anthony's been pretty spectacular. Ooh, wrong scene. My bad. Straight pass said Ryan Rollins suits the team more than Dame time. Seeing way better energy. Yeah, Dame wants to play slow. He wants to play in the half court. He wants to get his offense off, and he does that in the half court, which is fine. And that's not the wrong way to play, but like you said, it just suits this team a little bit better. Because you want to run with Giannis. You want to run with these athletes and these three-point shooters. As Al Horford knocks down a left corner 3, bad double team for the Bucks there, and the Warriors just beat it easily by swinging the ball around and ended up with an open 3 for Horford. Now it's a 2-point game, under 7. They get it over to Portis. Portis along the baseline, kicks out to Green. Green on the right wing, being guarded by Horford. Sidestep, falling out of bounds, 3. And, of course, that's the one he gets to go down. He struggled from the perimeter all night long. But, of course, the sidestep, falling out of bounds, 3 over the outstretched hands of Al Horford is the shot he gets to go down. Ryan Rollins fouls Steph Curry going for the steal. So side out of bounds for the Warriors here. Neither team in the bonus. Although the next foul should put the Warriors in the bonus, I believe. Miles Turner subs in for Bobby Portis here for the final half of the fourth quarter. Approaching the halfway point here. Almost at the 6-minute mark. They get it over to Horford. Inside the Kuminga, being guarded by Ryan Rollins. Gets it out to Curry. Curry deep left. No, they call an offensive foul, I think, on Al Horford. Setting the illegal screen. Judge that said Cole fouled out. No. He has 5 fouls. He has 5 fouls. So he's on the bench right now. I'm sure if they really needed another ball handler out there, they could still go to him, which is why you pull him out at the time, especially when you have Ryan Rollins playing the way he's playing tonight. A pull-up foul line jumper for Ryan Rollins. Can't get it to go. But a foul on the floor against the Warriors here, I believe. Foul on Kuminga, fighting for the rebound. Ryan Rollins has 24 points. He scored 25 against the Knicks, and that was his career high. Got 24 tonight. Under 6 to go. They get hit. Turner cutting back door. Excellent pass from Gary Trent Jr. Excellent pass. Turner ends up with a wide open dunk out of it. And they are back up by 7 here, 103-96 with 5:30 to go. Pods blows right past the defense, gets the easy scoop layup to go with the left hand over Gary Trent Jr. trying to chase him down. Ryan Rollins bringing it down against Kuminga, blows right past him, down the lane, gets fouled by Draymond Green. Is going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws, unless they call a foul on the floor. No shot, foul on the floor, sat out of bounds for the Bucks. Ryan Rollins needs one more basket to get another career high. And another off-ball foul on Kuminga. You might have to get Kuminga out of the game. Draymond having an animated discussion with the official. Not out of bounds for the Bucks. Judge Dad said, no Jericho. I know you're sadder than Giannis. Me? I've never been a big fan of Jericho Sims. He's fine. He's fine. Timeout for the Bucks. 5:16 to go. Draymond still having an animated discussion with the official. $5:16 to go. 103-98 here in the fourth quarter. I think Draymond may also be trying to rile up his team, getting super animated like this right now. Also, maybe trying to rile himself up as the Bucks seem to be having more energy down the stretch here. Ryan Rollins with 24 points, 3 boards, 7 assists tonight. He's 3 for 5 from three-point range, 10 for 17 from the field overall. Like I said, Ryan Rollins is here to stay. Judge that said 3 boards for Green is embarrassing. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Yeah, I mean, when you're kind of the starting big man on the team, you should probably grab more than 3 rebounds. But we know his impact goes farther than the box score. Ryan Rollins has it up top. A Let's Go Bucks chant has erupted in the crowd. Rollins gets it over to Gary Trent, curling off the Turner screen, pulls it back out as Horford switched onto him. Gary Trent, one-on-one against Horford. He's going to chuck up a left wing 3, and of course he's going to knock it down at the buzzer. He's taking terrible shot after terrible shot all night long, and he gets that one to go down. Curry down the other way, runs right into Kuzma. Kuzma takes a fall. The crowd did not like it. And Curry gets the easy layup out of it. Ryan Rollins down the lane, out of bounds off of him. I think Jimmy Butler maybe got his fingertips on it and knocked it loose. And now here come the Warriors pushing it the other way. 106-100, 4:40 to go. Draymond Green has it up top, being guarded by Kuzma. They get it over to Butler in the post, being guarded by A.J. Green. And they call an off-ball foul on Ryan Rollins there, trying to keep up with Curry, trying to stay attached. Ryan Rollins, 4th foul so far tonight. Straight pass said, did you or do you collect basketball cards also? Nah, never got into the card collecting thing. So Curry, as the Warriors are in the bonus, had the foul line for 2 free throws, and he misses a free throw in the clutch. He's been perfect all night long. Misses a clutch one there. Got one more coming. The Warriors first miss as a team from the foul line. Wow. Curry does knock down the second one. 4:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ryan Rollins bringing it down against Jonathan Kuminga. Butler switches onto him to get it up top to Green. Green, one dribble, pull up 3 straight away. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Draymond Green with the rebound. Here comes Curry pushing it the other way. Hit ahead to Butler. Butler's got a free run to the basket. Gets blocked by Turner on the chase down. Horford with the offensive rebound. Back out to Curry. Curry a 3 on the right wing. A deep one gets it to go. Even in those situations, you can't leave Curry alone. 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. It's a 2-point game, 1-possession game yet again. Both teams in the bonus now for the final 4 minutes. Ryan Rollins on the left wing, step back 3 over Horford. And there's a career high for Ryan Rollins and back-to-back games. He's up to 27. Curry down the lane, up against A.J. Green. Good verticality from Green, fighting for the loose ball now, knocked out of bounds, going back to the Bucks. And a timeout for Steve Kerr, and they're going to use a challenge here with 3:43 to go. Judge Death, did we have a long chat about our relationship with memorabilia before? Shows that to the Warriors. Big man, 0 points, new record. Who's got 0 points? Oh, Quinn Post. Oh, no challenge. They're just going to call the timeout. No green light. They're just going to call the timeout. I don't know. That might be off of Draymond. Unless he never touched it. I think it's off of Draymond if... I don't know. That might be off of the Bucks. No, that's off of Draymond. That's off of Draymond. It's close, but it's off of Draymond. .343 to go. Bucks holding on to a 5-point lead. Would be impressive to pick up a victory against the Warriors without Giannis. Would it make any Knicks fans feel better about losing to the Bucks with Giannis? They seem pretty good. Pretty good here. Ryan Rollins bringing it down. They have it up top. Rollins being guarded by Kuminga. Draymond Green comes over for the double. He does finally save it over to Turner. Turner fires a deep three over Horford, and he knocks it down. Of course he does. Of course he does. Steph Curry bringing it down against Rollins. He has it up top. Coming to his left. Green jets out. Stop. Little fall away mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go, but they do call the foul. So Curry's going to go to the foul on the 2 free throws with 3:16 to go. A 30-footer for Miles Turner over Horford with the shot clock winding down. Five fouls on Ryan Rollins. 5 fouls on Cole Anthony. It was a foul off ball before the Curry shot, so it's 2 free throws for Jimmy Butler. It wasn't a foul on Curry, or it wasn't a foul on the Curry jump shot. Foul on under the basket scrum between Rollins and Butler. So Butler knocks down his 2 free throws. 3:15 to go. Cole Anthony has it up top. Gets it over to Turner. Turner, pump fakes. Over to Kuzma. Kuzma, left wing 3. Not a great shot. Can't get that one to go. Curry with the rebound. He's going to push it the other way. Curry sprays it over to Green. Green back to Curry. Curry coming to his left. Stops. Dribbling it. Loses the handle. Ball going over to the Bucks. Curry looking for the officials for some help. They're not going to give it to him. He said, I'd feel better about the Knicks' loss if the Bucks win. Just a little, though. Yeah, just a little bit. A little bit. But it does tell you the Bucks are good. Bucks are good. Even without Giannis, they got some good players. They kick it out. A.J. Green, wide open, straightaway 3. Excellent pass from Ryan Rollins. He can't get it to go, though. Back to Green. Green's going to get another chance at it. And this time he knocks it down, and that might be the nail in the coffin. It's not over yet. Not when you have Steph Curry on your team, but big 3-point basket there from A.J. Green. Home run pass over to Butler down under the basket. Threw it over his head out of bounds, and this might be a Bucks victory here tonight. 2:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. He said if Rollins fouls out, it's over, though. I don't know, man. They got the 9-point lead now. They could throw Cole Anthony back in there. That's why you take Cole Anthony out, just for insurance cases here with Ryan Rollins. Rollins coming to his right, gets it over to Green, back to Rollins. Rollins up top being guarded by Horford. It looked like he's going to go one-on-one here against Horford on the mismatch. Driving it to his left. Stop. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Got it to go, Ryan Rollins. Yes, sir. He's got a fan in me. I'll tell you what. He's got, what, 29 tonight? I tell you what, Ryan Rollins has a permanent fan in me. I liked him last year for his rookie season, but boy, oh boy, is this young man taking the next step up. He is on his way. Back-to-back career nights for Ryan Rollins. 25 against the Knicks. 29 against the Warriors here tonight. Woo! .117, 106, 11-point lead for the Bucks with 2 minutes to go. A little over 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. This one might be kaputs. full timeout from the Warriors. How many timeouts? They have one more timeout. The Bucks have two more timeouts. He is dripping sweat, pouring sweat off of his chin right now, sitting in the timeout there. He's been chasing Curry all night. He's picked up 5 fouls. He's hustled his butt off defensively. He's been a true point guard out there, created open shots for his teammates all night long. 29 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds for Ryan Rollins. He's 4 for 6 from 3, 12 for 20 from the field overall. He's been fantastic. Turner with 17, Kuzma with 10, Gary Trent Jr. with 13, AJ Green with 10. Fantastic night from Ryan Rollins so far, leading his team to the victory. Now they got some work left to do. They got 2 minutes left. The starting 5 out there for the Bucks, they've had out there. The Warriors bring Podziemski in for Al Horford. They're going to go small here with Draymond Green at center. And Pods bringing it down, hands it off to Kuminga, going right at AJ Green, spins, puts up the hook shot, gets it to go. Ryan Rollins will bring it down against Kuminga. Ryan Rollins keeps his dribble alive, gets it past the half-court line. Now picks up his dribble, gets it over to Green. Green tries to get it over to Turner. Butler jumped the passing lane, and he's going to get the easy layup out of it. Green does a good job not to foul him. But it's only a 7-point game. Like I said, not over yet. Gary Trent Jr. bringing it down. He has it up top. Can't play prevent offense here from the Bucks. Doing a lot of holding out by the half-court line, just trying to wind down the clock. You got to go get a bucket here. Kuzma has it up top, being guarded by Butler. Driving to his right, spins to his left, loses the handle, knocks it over to Turner. Shot clock winding down. Turner has it. He's going to have to chuck it up to get it over to Kuzma. He's going to fire it away and airballs it. 1:15 to go. Like I said, game's not over yet, man. Game's not over yet. Boss man KP, what's up, boss man? Are you doing any NFL games? Boss man KP with the membership? I got to throw you on the membership thing. I'm going to have to go through it again. Appreciate you, boss man. Are you doing any NFL games? Probably not. Probably not. Got my hands full doing the NBA games right now. If I had some help, production-wise, I could probably do some NFL games, but I got too much on my plate right now, even just covering the NBA. So not right now. Maybe in the future. Kuminga has it up top, dancing with it against Rollins. We know he's got the 5 fouls. Goes up. Can't get the layup to go. Good defense. Tough decision there from Rollins. He contested it well, but could have been called for a foul there. Ryan Rollins bringing it down against Kuminga. Coming to his left. And a timeout. And an 8-second violation. They didn't bring the ball down fast enough. Like I said, playing prevent offense, you have to go faster here. Bossman KP said, completely understandable. We still appreciate you a lot, my friend. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, boss man. What's the next game you're doing after this one? We are doing the New York Knicks taking on the undefeated Chicago Bulls tomorrow. Steph Curry bringing it down, a deep pull-up 3 over Turner. Can't get that one to go. That might be the Hail Mary 3 from the Warriors there. Kuzma bringing it down. You got to get it past the half-court line. Come on. Okay, hit it to Green. Green hits it over to Rollins. Rollins over to Green. Green on the right wing. Pull it up top. Like I said, they're playing prevent offense, trying to wind down the clock as much as possible. Down to 30 seconds, over to Rollins. 5 seconds on the clock. He's going to look to go one-on-one against Butler. Deep step back left wing 3. A terrible shot, but he got it to go. It's the Ryan Rollins show, y'all. It is the Ryan Rollins show. My goodness, 32 points, his first 30 ball. A 3 for Butler. He can't get it to go. Turner with the rebound, and they're going to run out the clock here as Gary Trent Jr. has it. He's going to get it past the half-court line, and that's going to be it. That's going to be it. Wow, what a performance from Ryan Rollins. 32 points tonight, 5% from 3. He just had the touch, man. He just had the touch for sure. And that's going to be it, y'all. Wow, impressive victory for Ryan Rollins and the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. 32 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 fouls as he guarded Steph Curry majority of the night while he was out there. Phenomenal performance from Ryan Rollins, and Giannis may have found himself a little bit of a running mate. Hold on. Hold on. Wow. Impressive victory for the Bucks here. So we could real quickly look at the box score and just being all. Like I said, it is the Ryan Rollins show. Butler tonight with 23, 11, 3 assists. Draymond with 7, 4, and 6. Kuminga with 24. The big three of Kuminga, Curry, and Butler. 27, 24, 23. Not bad, but not good enough. Curry with 27, 6, and 4. He also had 5 fouls tonight. 4 for 10 from 3 for Steph Curry. The Bucks did it by committee. Obviously, Ryan Rollins was the star of the show, but AJ Green gave you 10, Gary Trent Jr. gave you 13, Miles Turner with 17, Kuzma with 10, off the bench, Portis with 12, Taurean Prince with 10, Cole Anthony with 16. Like I said, everybody chipped in. He said much better fit than Dame. Yeah, much better fit. Back-to-back career nights for Ryan Rollins. 25 against the Knicks, obviously, the other night. 32 against Golden State tonight. So before we log off, real quick, I have to. Amar said, I got a gut feeling we're going to break the Bulls' winning streak tomorrow. I hope so, man. We do get Mitch back. So we're in the fourth quarter here of Spurs Heat. Spurs have a 7-point lead. 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter here. Let's look at the box score. What is Wemby doing? We are on Wemby watch at all times. 20 points, 17 rebounds. This is not normal. 17 rebounds, 5 assists. Now he's up to 3 blocks. He had no blocks going into the fourth quarter. Start of the fourth quarter, he's got 3 blocks. He's locked in. The Spurs might run away with this one right here, knocking the Heat down to 3-2. But we'll see, man. That's a close game. We are going to sign off here, and we will be back tomorrow at 7:30 for the 8 o'clock start time of the Knicks-Bulls game. We do know that it is an NBA Cup night, so the game takes on a little bit more meaning. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun night. I want to give a quick shout out to my man, Boss Man KP. He will be added to the members list. A couple of people need to be added to the members list, so I appreciate y'all who are all members who choose to support the channel financially. I very much appreciate it. It is very cheap to become a member of the channel. It is just a support tier, right? My man, Johnny Miller, Jose NYC, Roger G. Wall, OG Roo, Susan, Miguelito Hernandez, Shot Collins, James Sumler, Ellie Muskoff, at Tigre, Knicks will be 2026 champs, CP's True Mets Talk, David Miskelly, and my man, Mark. I appreciate y'all. Very, very gracious for your generosity. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. And, of course, the Milwaukee Bucks end up beating the Golden State Warriors 120 to 110. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. We will see each other again tomorrow at 7:30. So remember, get a good night's sleep, brush your teeth before bed, and stay hydrated. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.